Nakore Apparel is a lifestyle brand inspired by and created for those who unabashedly seek, speak, and live in truth. Nakore is the African Adinkra symbol for truthfulness, and the clothes speak truth in all its forms with the ultimate aim of love and justice. If you're down to expand the culture, break barriers, and eradicate injustice wherever you find it, then Nakore Apparel is the brand for you. Go to NakoreApparel.com. That's N-O-K-O-R-E Apparel.com.
Nakore, apparel for truth tellers.
Tuned in to the Drunk Mind Sober Thoughts Podcast.
Yo, what is going on? This is DJ Brainstorm on the mic with you right now, coming to you live and direct with episode number 327 of the Drunk Mind Sober Thoughts Podcast. The DMST podcast is back. Thank you to everybody tuning in live right now on YouTube and everybody tuning in throughout the week on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, the TuneIn Radio app, iHeartRadio, no whooshka.
None at all.
Anywhere, wherever, however you get your podcast, we want to thank y'all for tuning in this week. We are no Playboy this week, no Ulysses this week, but we do have the most featured DMST podcaster episode guest, I should say. This week we got Titan in the house. What's going on, man?
Man, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Thank you guys for having me. And MTV, I just want to make sure.
This nigga about to Barry White us to death.
I'm sorry. I just want to make sure that MTV, I want to make sure you know and heard exactly what they said.
Yeah, but how you feeling, man?
Man, I'm surviving after that BS earlier today, so it is what it is.
Yeah, man.
All right.
At least Deshaun looked.
He looked better.
He looked better.
We'll give him that.
But whatever. I guess we'll get in that for a hot second. I'm feeling good, man. I'm actually feeling good. That travesty earlier made me feel a little bit better. We wasn't beating the Bengals, but I'm feeling good, man. Ready to go.
Yeah, I mean, no, it's just people had to be realistic about some things in a sense, and one of the things we had to be realistic about if we're talking about the Browns is that as much as we get excited about these different things, it's only because we're fans. You know, we want our team to do well. Once that suspension went up to 11 games, let's be honest.
We knew what this season was.
Yeah.
This season was going to be a lost season. But in my heart of hearts, I feel like the team still has more talent than what their record shows, though. When you give away a Jets game, when you don't come to show up for a New England game and all these things like that, it's just that's what's annoying for me. I'm not saying we was gonna win the Super Bowl. It's just the lack of effort at times.
The thing about it is, it's crazy, man. We're not far off. Really not. Like people talk about the Bengals coach, he's not really good. He just doesn't lose games for them. With all due respect, like the coach of the Browns loses games for them.
I've been there. I've been there for a while.
Like there's no way you should be. You return only 2 punts for a touchdown in the entire NFL.
And then what y'all do?
And then today you try to run a punt block. You should run punt return every single time, even and especially when you got field position. Especially when you got field position, you about to get the ball like the 40 anyway. Between that. You go for it on 4-for-1, I don't mind it, but you take out the starting quarterback, put in the backup quarterback,
the cold guy, and have him
throw a 35-yard corner route.
Throw the ball.
Not the one who's been throwing for the whole drive, fresh off the bench. Shoot a 3. Robin Lopez, you know what I'm saying?
And you
ain't played all game. It just don't make sense, man.
And you know he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna get him on this one.
This
one."
That nigga had it out like you had your clothes out night before school. I'm gonna kill them niggas in the morning.
Just wait
till I pull that nigga Jacoby off the bench.
They think it's gonna be a QB sneak, but we also did when we had the little jet stream to the left. Now wait till they see this one.
I'm gonna kill them niggas.
Man.
Yeah, that's my thing with football coaches. A lot of times, football coaches more than coaches on any other level feel like they're always the smartest guy in the room. And a lot of respects they are. I'm not gonna talk about people's knowledge of the game.
They're not, but they act like they are.
But sometimes stuff is just straight basic X's and O's because it's weird when I know things happen, bang, fast speeds, you know, a different, whenever when you out there. But it's like, it's weird when I sit on the couch and I can call a play before you run it. I know what's coming. If I can know what's coming, and I say this all the time, if I know what's coming on my couch and I never played the game, I'm guessing the people that get paid to coach against you, I'm guessing they probably know what's coming too.
The problem, and this is why I always say, like, coaches who think they're the smartest people in the room, but it don't matter. Because sports really is about, you're right, they do know what's coming, whether it's high school, college, or pros. What you have to do is put your team in a position to prevent a catastrophe happening because you know what's coming. The reason why I love basketball coaches so much is because it's only 5 players on the court, and you can't outthink yourself. Give the goddamn ball to Donovan Mitchell.
And get out the way.
They know what's coming. It's not like a minute and 10 seconds left, down by 1. The other team, everybody in the arena, everybody on planet Earth knows. Some sort of 1-4 flat, pick and roll from Evan Mobley or Jared Allen. You know what I'm saying? To get a bucket. Everybody knows. It's just the other team has to then prevent that from being successful. And that's what we don't necessarily do. Like, we can tell trends. We knew what they were doing the entire game. They ran the ball every first down for like the first 5 drives. You know what they did the sixth one? They ran a flea flicker and scored a touchdown. I said, well, God damn it. They've been setting you dummies
They
up.
baited him. They baited him.
I think they're going to run again. No, it's either going to be play action, some sort of like play off of what they've been doing. Like,
They
God
baited you.
damn it, man.
They bit hard.
Grant.
Pause.
Pause, man. But when the roughing the kicker shit happened, I knew the game was over.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
can't keep giving. It's like we used to play the Warriors. You can't keep giving Steph open threes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I put it on
Fucking
Twitter.
Jamar chasing Joe Burrow. They gonna
I tweeted, you can't sit there and keep giving Burrow. He's too good. You can't, and he was struggling.
Yeah, struggling. And you got to think. And what you call it? And crazy part about it, Deshaun wasn't. At that point, Deshaun was 4 for 4 for like 40 some odd yards. He was 3 for 9 for like 20 some yards, and he was about to give Deshaun the ball back.
Yeah.
And he was actually in a decent little groove. He's starting to get his sea legs under him.
What they say, it was like 58 yards and penalties on that.
Yeah.
And on that
Man.
same drive, they also had
Yeah,
the pass interference on Denzel, which I thought was a
worst
little
100 million.
ticky-tack, but
He pulled the
But
jersey.
you saw the jersey
Yeah.
pull. It was too obvious that you got, so I wasn't mad at
Just
it.
keep slapping the wrist. Whatever.
And also, I think you had the hands to the face when Javion had the Javion had the sack. So it was just.
Did you see? And it wasn't mixed. Was it Perrine? I forgot how to pronounce his name. But
P.
Somebody P. Ryan.
when he was on, they was on like the 3 or 4 yard line, and they ran that
Oh
touchdown.
God!
The way they
Javion
stopped,
just stopped.
everybody just
Yeah,
stopped. I'm
yeah.
like, well, what happened?
Yeah.
Like, did the whistle come out? It
Nah,
was just
they
like
just
he did-
stopped.
I think he got it. Like, no,
Yeah, they just
that
stopped.
pissed me off. And I saw a couple plays where it was a lot of the effort just wasn't there.
It is what it is, man.
Yeah, but all right, man. It is what it is. Shout out to them. Cincinnati kind of hitting their stride right now. I forgot I was gonna message the homie Brian down there in Cincinnati. They kind of hitting their stride. So, nothing you could do. Come
At
back
least I
next
got
year.
to see him lose on Monday night on
Yeah.
October.
We was both at that game. You was there too. Yeah.
Hell yeah, I was so scared. Like, well, we gonna go, but we gonna lose. But I've never been to a Monday night.
I tried
game.
to sell my tickets so bad.
But I had to go to a game. I really wanted to go, and I'm like, we gonna go Monday night because I've never done a Monday night.
I've never done a
They
Monday
usually
night. That's the reason I wanted to go.
Pretty awesome, and it was. I'm just like, yo, I think we gonna win, y'all. We gonna win. This don't make sense. I don't know why they were supposed to come in and kick our ass, but they lost.
they
So
did.
I'm with it.
Fuck that. The Cincinnati slander still stands. That chili is trash. All that. I'm sorry. The Cincinnati slander from that respect still stands. I'll be there in like 5 days. You know what I'm saying? But hey.
What's the name of that? What's the
Skyline.
name? Skyline. That
Skyline.
stuff
Bullshit,
is
man.
trash. They used to have that up in
That shit-
Mayfield.
It's still one up here. It's still one. Did it
It's
close?
still up there. It should be closed.
I think it's closed. We just rolled past there earlier today. I'm
Oh,
about to
I'm
check.
about to
I
check
think
and
that
see.
shit
I
is
thought it was
closed.
still open.
I think the whole shopping center gone.
No,
they done put a new bank in there.
Oh, they put a new bank in there.
everything.
There's no
The
construction.
Applebee's still there because the old American Commodore Tuxedo was down there now. It's called Dapper and Dashing now. That's probably where we're gonna be going to get our stuff for the wedding and stuff. But yeah, it's still there. But yeah, that part of the slander still stands. But the Bengals are here and they stride right
They
now.
won, so it is what it is.
It's good to have a winning quarter. But anyway, man, how you feeling?
I'm feeling good, man.
Oh, you already said that. All right. Yeah, I forgot. All right.
How you feeling?
I'm good. It's new week. 2 short weeks, and then it's the holiday, and I got my staycation. So it's all good. All right. So we'll just what we do. How was your week, Titan? How was your week?
Man, just work. Kept having stupid work. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm stressed out. There's some things that I'm trying to quit, and I've been doing it for the last 5 days, trying to keep it going. Dealing with the withdrawal of certain things. So the stress level has been up, and I've had a couple people at my job tell me that it was. I'm like, we can tell you're trying something different, but health-wise, it's working out for me. I can breathe, and I'm just keeping moving forward, man. Just trying to take care of health right now.
Okay. All right, Dev, how was your week?
My week was. Sometimes you ask these questions. This week was eventful. You know what I mean? It was a lot. It was cool week. Came up here. I mean, we did for Lovers Only. I'm gonna do it again on Tuesday.
That's radio, yeah, man.
That was cool. But I had my 5-month checkup, so probably tell my leg looks a little slimmer. You know what I'm saying? Like for a minute. So the problem I had is that when they did my surgery, they had to cut up into my quad muscle so that it went away. But they also, the way they have to cut when they do quad tendon surgeries, they cut across the nerves. So still right now, the outside of my knee, it feels weird. It feels like I can't feel it. It's like it's not there. And it I don't know. It's just my knee. Okay, so it's in the spot where my surgery is, right? So you expect that to be tight. But because I don't have feeling over there, whenever I move it, it feels tight, but that's just because it's numb. You understand what I'm saying? Like if anything was numb, when you moved everything around it'll feel weird. So it's not really the pulling as much as it is the numbness around there is making everything feel like when I bend my knee, it feels like, oh shit, my knee about to bust out my skin. But it's not. It's just I don't have any feeling over there. So I've been wearing a brace to for sensory purposes. When I got the brace on, I feel the brace and not my knee. So I know that feels weird. Sounds weird, but I'm just going no brace. Like she talked to me about it. Like the knee is strong enough, it's stable enough. So I don't wear a brace. Over time, she said sometimes it never fully comes back. Like the feeling when they cut the nerves. But a lot of times the nerves regenerate. She gave me some different little tricks to trade to do. But that's a good feeling. I had to wear that brace. I'm gonna wear one to the gym when I go to the gym.
I've seen you post your videos.
Yeah, I'm going.
How many days you out there now? How many days a week? Because you was
3
almost feel
to
like you was
4.
going damn near every day.
Yeah, 3 to 4 now. So I'm gonna go tonight. Probably tomorrow. I'll take Tuesday off. Come up here. Go back Wednesday, Thursday. So that's probably what I do this week.
Okay.
But I can't go tomorrow. So anyway, probably the Tuesday after. Anyway. But yeah. Oh yeah, I can take Mackenzie with me. She can come to the gym with me.
Okay.
But anyway, yeah. So
I guess you ain't gonna be going at midnight then.
No.
Okay.
No. So yeah, man. I mean, other than that, it was it's cool week. Yeah, gearing up for Christmas break at some point.
It's a couple weeks.
So a couple weeks away. So got my daughter's ticket. The 16-year-old should be up here on Saturday for the holiday season. So cool week, man. Cool week. How was your week?
All good, man. DJ last night a little bit. Did you
Where
leave
was you
this
at?
people's thing?
You leave?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
For her people's thing last night up at Floods. That was actually fun. Her family's fun. They're enjoy. They like to have a good time. So that was fun. Work was cool. Actually, work was a little heavy this week, but that could be expected. And then got in last night. We did some cake testing last night for the wedding. And it's the first time we did something like that. I actually put on Facebook. I'm like, there's steps along the way that remind you getting married, but then there's some steps that kind of hit you a little bit more. And like sitting there cake testing, it's one of those steps where it's like, all right, yeah, I guess this shit is really gonna happen, huh? Like we, but it was an experience,
Y'all choose one?
I got something that's a favorite of mine. I think I'm.
But it ain't your choice,
huh?
You ain't one of them niggas. You're not out here trying to collab with her on all the final decisions.
No. Like, but this is
run it by me before you make.
No, I'm gonna say that she gonna get mad at me. So I'll deal when I get home. I feel like sometimes she wants me to be more involved.
Yeah.
Right. And I'm looking like, all right, pick one in a sense. So like when it's flowers or something like that, like all right,
You don't
that
really
ain't-
want me to be involved.
That ain't my wheelhouse. But then
Let me give you some marital husband tips. She wants you to agree.
okay.
Women can lie all they want to and say they want you involved, but if your involvement means all the ones she like you don't like, she don't want your
Bruh,
involved.
because when I say something about, and I be like, all right, but I really like this, it'd be like,
yeah,
That's
What
literally
happened?
it.
yeah.
That's
So
literally
it's,
it.
so it's like, all right, you can't win, you can't, it's like, hey, it's just,
you
I
can't
don't
win,
know.
you can't lose, so go watch the game, brother.
Man.
Yeah, I don't know.
Man.
And like I said, she gonna get mad at me when I go. She gonna have the face when I get home. But I mean, it's the truth.
That's the exact noise, though. So, yeah, hey, just pick the one you want. But you can't do that because you're going to get in trouble for
You're
that.
gonna
So,
get in trouble because you don't care.
yeah, like, nah,
Just agree with whatever the fuck she say and make it convincing.
Okay.
Because she gonna do you really like? Yes.
Yes, yeah.
Fuck. Yes.
Well, the way the decorations on the
It's
cake, I don't give a fuck.
cake.
There it is.
It's fucking flour and sweetening.
At the end of the day, though, there is one of the flavors because there's so much stuff you learn about. So there's icing, but then there's filling for the cake. That's different flavors from the icing. I didn't know. I thought it was just icing the same thing all the way through. But there is one I liked a little bit more. She wants to compromise and do like two separate ones, so one is hers and one is mine.
See, oh Lord,
You know what I said to her? I said,
that's not a compromise.
I said,
I'm getting what I want.
I like this house. I like this house. Well, let's live in two different houses.
Right. I want it. I'm getting it. I'm getting my house. You can have
I
your
said,
separate. Damn it.
I said, well, again, I don't ask for much, but I mean, hey, it is what it is.
He hit her with the disclaimer. I don't really ask for much, but
Yeah, but ultimately, it's either going to wind up being the half of each of ours when it comes to the cake. I'm just being honest. Or honestly, I'm not gonna say I don't care as much with the. It ain't gonna. I'm gonna be able to sleep okay if it's her decision. Let's put it like that. I would like it to be mine though. I mean, just whatever. But hey, that's how it works. I love her. But it's we've all been there to a certain extent. We're just like, all right, hey.
But you
I love her.
said, but so
And she gonna yell at me when I get home.
yep. Why you gonna put our business out there like that? No, I get it, man. I get it. But you hit that sigh on the. Well, I get that all the time.
Yeah. So it can be a compromise in a sense, but
The same thing. Like, what do you want to eat?
it's almost like the table. It's almost like the tables, like in there where it's like I got an idea for. Again, it's not many things. I'm gonna be out there really just like, oh, we should do this, we should do that, right? But it's like even with the tables, I'm like, we can do this one little thing, and it could be the color of, what we're wearing, and we could do this one thing. It'd be the color of what the bridesmaids are wearing or whatever. I could tell she's not really enthused by my idea with that either.
Yeah, just think of it this way. This is the way I think of it. Y'all it's opening week. It's Browns opening week next season, and it says it's gonna be 71 degrees, sunny. We can get up for tailgating. She wants to go with you. You like, all right, let's do this together. But ultimately, who's gonna have more fun at this event? You or her?
At the tailgate?
At the whole event.
Oh, I will.
Yeah. So while you don't mind her thoughts, in the back of your mind, you know what you're saying. She don't really know what the fuck she's talking about. She don't know what time we got to be at the community live. She don't really know she don't know what time we got to be there for them to start watching. We can watch warm-ups a little bit before the game. Mm-hmm. At the end of the day, she kind of wants your opinion on this, but this is opening day, like perfect 71-degree day. She wants your opinion, but she really just wants you to come to the game and come to tailgate with her. She don't really want your opinion. Like, really?
And look good for the
by
photos.
the middle of the second quarter, she going to be like, why she wear that to the game? Yeah, she ain't going to be in it. By the time y'all done with the fucking walk down the aisle, you going to be like, where the Hennessy? This is over.
You ain't gonna give a fuck about that.
You ain't fuck about nothing
the
else.
other side
Like,
of the cake.
It's just not for, I know it sounds cliche, but it really is not for us. It is for us because we get married.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. I know, yeah.
But the way it's actually executed matters much more to them. Like the time we get, she'd be like, I mean, we gonna get down there, but we got downtown at 12:42.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know the lines we got? It like it don't really matter.
You know how much shit we missed? Yeah.
We here.
But and if we underway and like, I mean, we about to get married. We gonna be there.
we gonna be together for 40 years.
Right. We got time. We got time.
So we just kind of there, man.
Yeah, I get it.
For support and honest, and we just gotta like give in. Like well, you know what? If Mo say we gotta be at tailgate by 8:00, we gotta be at tailgate by 8:00. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna make sure I'm ready by 8:00
with the matching jerseys.
Yep,
we got you.
It'll be fine though, man. But it's an experience. Like I said, yesterday was one of those moments where it's like, all right, something happens. It's like a touch more. That okay, this is really happening.
So is the one part that you have to be in charge of is the DJ? Or is that already?
Oh, he's already hired.
I knew it.
He's already hired.
I knew it.
And I'll tell you what it is.
That's how we execute,
right.
baby.
That's it. I knew it. I knew that was done.
DJ.
The one thing
I think got him on one knee
choosing
and
that
send him a
one.
text. You available July 12th, 2023?
As soon as she say I do, it's like, hey, bro. She said, yeah. Give me this date. Yeah.
Oh man, that is hilarious.
And you know him. I'll tell you afterwards. I'll tell you.
That's funny. Like, so you going
if you
through,
think about it hard enough, and I'm like, you know him, it probably's clicking already. We grew up with him.
Yeah, I'm just thinking y'all going through the itinerary, the pages. Yeah. Okay, so we got the cake, we got the we're looking at the flowers and DJ. Babe, don't even worry about it.
Can I say this much too? If we could do it all over, I know we say it every week, and I don't want to take over the show with whole wedding talk, but it's just like, Dev, your voice be echoing so much about the whole
nigga should just went to Vegas.
Nigga. Just a destination thing.
About $3,000-$4,000 should have been over.
Like even a florist right now. Like
you can Klarna that shit probably nowadays. That should have cost you $600 a month.
I mean, like, bro, like the amount that stuff cost. I mean, and I knew it just from DJing, how much we can charge, or we do charge extra for wedding stuff or whatever. But it's just, man, and we trying to be all black with all of our vendors. We really are. I knew you was gonna make a face. Bro, we trying to be all black with all.
Even Umar Johnson had to get white niggas to put the PVC pipe in his school. At some point, niggas just fail you, man.
Oh, man.
I love it. That nigga, Dr. Umar Johnson, is a wild. What's another conversation?
I keep forgetting to watch all those video clips of him
he was
being
just on Breakfast Club. This nigga said the school about to finish. He used white company to finish all the heat and HVAC. What happened?
Right. He be going in
what
too.
What happened? Anyway.
We trying our best to do all black vendors, right? But
God bless.
But still, looking at prices of everybody, even florists. Let me just be honest. Florists can cost you a couple thousand for a wedding. It's your voice just be echoing in the back of my mind sometimes. Like, yo, we was walking out yesterday going somewhere. I think going to pick up the cake samples, and it was just like, yeah, this is why everybody does the destination wedding. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It just became anyway. But y'all's gonna be beautiful though, man.
Yeah, it better be.
It better be.
It's like, that money.
So let me not give it away because I don't know if Santa is coming. Because somebody in the feed, I don't know if Santa coming, but it's this gift somebody wanted. It's a juicer that she wanted. I don't know if Santa gonna be able to bring it for Christmas. But go look up what a Nama J2 juicer costs. And then the one he's trying to tell me, yeah, because it does this. That motherfucker better pour you the juice, okay? And pour it in your mouth. You better not drink no more Canada Dry. You better not drink no more Simply Lemonade. Yeah. This is the only juice you drink.
And go to the store and get the fruit.
Nigga, go drop that shit off at the front door. A little machine, walk it in the house, put it in the refrigerator. I said, God.
Yeah. I have a gadgeter in my.
I gotta get a paper towel though.
You good?
and it seems like every time Aldi's, because first of all, I didn't know Aldi's had a group, and I hope she ain't watching, so I don't have to hear about this. But apparently, Aldi's has a whole group of folks, and they compare about stuff that if you go down this aisle, you can get this. Now, I wasn't a believer, I wasn't. But she took me a couple times, and I did enjoy it. But it's kind of the same thing. Oh, I'm gonna get this, but I'm like, but don't you got that already? Like, well, no, but this one does this.
Okay.
Well, can't you do that with Never mind. Just get what you want. I don't care. I'm not gonna fight you about it because it's pointless.
But you know what? She said Santa already came. You want to know why? Because she got to go to Columbus tomorrow. The fucking place said December 12th delivery date.
And it came early.
Well, Mackenzie come downstairs yesterday. Daddy, there's a package for you on the front porch. I'm literally as she's saying it, bing, my shop app goes off on my phone. And I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. I go upstairs. Leah like, hey, it's a package for you on the porch. Shut the fuck up. But that's like they get. She already knew. Go send Mackenzie downstairs like she ain't see it. But that's like, you know how we be getting gaming systems and shit. It's the equivalent. Mm-hmm. All you doing for Christmas once you get to this stage is getting shit for the other person that you would otherwise buy for yourself. That's really all it is.
Oh man.
But yeah. Anyway. Oh, last thing, real quick, about the week. This is my second attempt at it. I think I did all right. I braided it this time. Retwist with the braids.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Swanging and banging.
You've been out here shaking your hair.
You know what I'm saying?
Like real freely since you got up in here.
Looking okay. How I look?
It's hard. I'm digging it, man. I'm digging
Good.
it.
All right. I'm trying to get it down pat, doing my own. You know what I mean? So I did the retwist and then I literally plaited. I did braids. So I did the.
I need to do the same thing because I heard the story that on the reasoning why you did it originally. So I understand. Plus the fucking prices of it, man. Yeah. That shit is. And to be able to wash your hair whenever you want and then redo that stuff is, man.
Just, about 10 o'clock this morning, got up, washed my hair, and then just watched the pregame stuff. And by middle of third quarter, I was done.
Yeah, and rolling with it. No, I
put a do-rag on, let it dry for about an hour and a half.
That must be why you ain't text me back for a minute, because I texted you because the Titan was coming.
I had grease on my wrist. I swear to God. It took me like 15 minutes. I couldn't even swipe the phone.
Yeah,
because the thing is, if you'll never know what it is that you're about to have to do. So I'm like, all right, I got like enough pause, wetness right here. Let me get these like 4 sections done right here. Then I get to whatever I got to get to on the phone.
That shit is a process, and I don't care. Yeah, it's a process.
Look, I had
Jerry said Dev act like he got a silk press.
Listen. I feel like it when you be doing it yourself,
right?
But I'm gonna get better at it with the parts and everything. I'm gonna get better at it. I had to take a break for that to text back and shit. I also took a break to eat, and I don't usually promote. First and foremost, for the past like 3 weeks, I've done twice. I had this urge, and both times I was not let down. I had an urge to go to McDonald's.
Oh wow!
I hadn't gone to McDonald's in like 6 months, man. But I'm telling you.
So you've been having some cheat days, is what you're saying?
Yeah, I went to McDonald's the other day. That shit was so good, man.
I want to know what you had.
So I had a large fry and a chicken sandwich, man. But the fries was fresh.
Them fries, it's something different.
Whoever did the salt was like this. They
salt bathed the shit out of it.
fucking Michelin chef made that McDonald's meal, brother.
No, I could deal with that every once in a while because I actually had some rally fries. I ain't had them in years.
Oh, I ain't had them in years.
And it was just like, damn, I forgot what these shits taste like. But it was instant. Mm-hmm. But like you say, but it's something about McDonald's fries
when they out.
When it's that just the right amount of salt, that shit like heaven. It's like crack, but it's like heaven. That shit is different.
And I can't have one of these ever again. I had it once. It was good. I'm not gonna eat it again because it was too good, and I had to revert. I can only be 22 to eat these more than once in life. Wendy's came out with this fucking chicken parmesan sandwich.
Oh, I think I seen that on the commercial.
Chicken sandwich. Then it got like a big ass mozzarella, circular
mozzarella
stick on there, and some mozzarella and some marinara sauce.
I got one for you.
I'm telling you that shit is fire, man.
It's on the commercial. That's the commercial where they be pulling it apart and that cheese out there.
They going in.
Yeah. Wendy's ain't right for that shit, man. I'm trying to live my life right and sell this shit merchandise.
Instant heart attack, but it's delicious.
That shit's so good, man.
So I got another situation. I bet I was gonna text y'all. I went to Piccolo's.
You finally made it?
Oh, I done been before. We went again, and this is the first time I actually got the lasagna.
It's top tier.
We stand Piccolos. Let's put it like that. We stand Piccolos up here.
Piccolos,
man.
Piccolos.
Now they done changed their bread a little bit from what I remember, but yeah, that lasagna.
I was talking about this at work, man. because my actual dean mate is from DC. My other one is from Georgia, and they don't know like DC kind of has it more than Georgia, but I don't think we give credit to Cleveland's food options the way we should. There are a ton of dope food places,
but
man.
there's sometimes people ask us for recommendations, so we don't really give it to them because we live in our own space so much. But Cleveland is a great food city.
It's an amazing food city.
It's a great food city.
Yeah, it is. It is. Mm-hmm. So what we got? You know
can
what?
Can I say one thing real quick
Go
before
ahead.
we really get into the meat of this or whatever? It's maybe something else to get me in trouble on the way home. Women are going to stand next to each other no matter what.
Ooh,
Have you ever had a conversation and babe, I love you, but it's just like,
let me zoom in on the main camera.
oh, don't do that. No, I thought about
the
this.
views expressed.
No. We were having just a regular conversation about something. I forgot what it was. Somebody cheating or something. Who was in the news for cheating recently? And not even the TJ Holmes stuff. Somebody was in the news for cheating or something. And we were talking about something, but it's like, yeah. Oh no, we know what it was. One thing I think I'm gonna do when I'm off at the end of the month is I think I'm gonna go back and kind of relive the Insecure season, the Insecure show, because season 1 was some of the best writing of a show ever when it came to like the relationship dynamic and stuff. But somehow we got into the to season 1 of Insecure.
Oh yeah.
And somehow we got into the whole thing about it.
Fire.
Because I think what prompted it too was like a tweet on Twitter that I saw, and somebody was just talking about how they were just reviewing the whole show and they was reviewing the whole thing and how it ended and all that stuff. But anyway, season 1 where we got into the Lawrence and Issa thing and her cheating and stuff, and it was like, and people was all in that Twitter thing. Well, but he was this and he was that, and I just started thinking you know what's gonna happen? No matter what, women are always gonna come to a butt. There's always gonna be a butt. Like a woman will come down hard on us. But you ain't check your homie. But you knew your homie was doing this. Look. The time.
Did you check your homie, man?
All the time. But if let them tell something about this whole thing. Like that whole Twitter thing was, yeah, but he was this, but he was that, but she was coming home and every day he was doing this, but this and but that, and there's always a but. And I'm like, women are always gonna stand next to each other no matter, and that's what we don't do as guys, because they come down on us and be like, oh, but you want to go check your homie, but guess what? We pretty much do.
I ain't saying in particular. I'm about to throw another bomb into the
Come
middle
on,
of this.
throw it in there. Fuck it, tighten here. Fuck it.
I got a couple
For
on
the
that
most
one.
part,
I
not
got a couple.
everybody. I don't mean this. I'm not pointing no elbows and no fingers. I'm just saying this in general.
Okay.
They'll stand by everybody except for their man, won't they?
I might have started.
Everybody else get the benefit of it. I'm not being specific. I'm not talking about my life. Don't. Take all this shit.
I start talking about mine. Let's roll. I'm ready.
Titans here. We gonna do it.
So I've been trying. I've been kind of in the argument back and forth for the last week, and I'm not gonna get into the details. But again, it's very funny how the what you say and how you feel that you articulate what you're trying to say to that person. And I've done, and I'm not, let's say in general, you do your due diligence to make sure that you know what you're about to say and how you're going to say it, because you don't want to offend, you don't want it to go the wrong way, and it immediately starts to go left. So there's this one thing I like to say, and this is just in general, and I've seen this with a lot of women in general, and I'm not saying you specifically women, and for anybody feels this personally, but there's a conversation that you guys have in your head that isn't a part of the conversation that you're having with the gentleman that you're speaking with, and that's what you lead with. And no matter how many times that person can tell you that is not what I'm saying, the rest of the conversation is based off of that fucking thought that is in your head. Yeah. Like man.
The conversation is held in a location that they are going. So if the argument or conversation is in the location of hurt or distrust, it can't go anywhere else. Everything is going to lead to some sort of hurt or distrust. It's going to be held in that arena, no matter what.
even if you ain't even a part of it.
Yeah,
That could've
even
been,
if you-
it was
yeah.
a trigger from something that happened with her cousin that died 3,000 years ago. It was something that you ain't even been a part of, but you triggered her, and now you done started, and now you in the world of trouble. And I've been in the world of trouble, but I'm gonna fight that shit out because I not fight it out, but I do want to talk it out, and I'm learning that I'm not the best communicator, and I will say that. So I am learning. But at the same time, you not gonna tell me what I said, and you definitely not gonna tell me what the fuck I meant. I meant what I said. I even, I usually have a tendency to have that conversation just like she's having with herself. So let me articulate to the best of my ability and to my audience.
So this the problem. This is you know where our biggest this was I had to learn discernment and I had to start having conversations with myself because all of the energy if we put all that energy into a conversation, at times in general women will get like, I mean, is it that serious kind of energy that we even had, that you even had to take the time out to think about it and put it in this, like if you took time out and wrote out and did this and was very articulate with what you said and how you said it and made sure you didn't, hurt any feelings or say any bad words. They go in the back of their mind like, damn, this was that serious that nigga had to go on a trip to the woods to find himself.
To try to figure it out.
Everything can backfire. Everything can, even when you're very calculated on what you say, it can still be interpreted as the fact that you needed to be so calculated.
Yeah.
Turned up the, you know what I mean? The intensity of what.
I lost. Yeah.
I get that in a sense because like one of my, to me used to be one of my best traits, which is probably one of my worst traits in a sense, is the fact that it's that, I mean, just it goes in that vein though. It's like it's the fact that like admittedly, I can kind of go into a shell sometimes when we have to talk about something or something is happening because I always say this, and I think the good part about having 326 shows is that we've said so many things that the shit is on wax. And I've said it before where it's like I have to make sense about things in my own mind before I kind of bring it to you. And so I actually am more times than not a little bit more calculated in the way I kind of present stuff because I don't really kind of fly off the handle and say some shit because it has to make sense in my head.
Does it tend to rub them the wrong way?
I have to make it make sense in my head. But see, my problem is I have to make it make sense in my head because of the fact that I need to make sure that I'm not the one in the wrong. Because if I'm in the wrong mentally or whatever in that space, I need to be able to check myself on it. So that's
what you mean by not being wrong.
Yeah. I need to be able to check myself first and foremost. So if I'm gonna bring it to you, if I need to be able to talk about it, I need to be able to do it in the right way because it's like it's nothing more annoying than somebody can tell you how wrong you was and you find out how wrong you was in a sense or whatever. I know in relationships that's that give and take where you're gonna have, sometimes I was wrong, sometimes you was wrong. But when somebody can show you like, yeah, you really fucked up here or something like that, it's like, yeah, that's really messed up to me. So I need to be able to figure out for me where I was wronging you at and make it make sense in my mind so that even when we do talk about it, I can then be sympathetic to your point of view in a sense. Now, if I go to that place though, and I'm trying to do that self-assessment, but I come back to the fact that I still think I was right, then that's where we probably got the divide. If I can still be like, all right, I was still a little bit right there when I came to it. But my point of doing that, back to your point was to, I need to be able to see your point of view personally for me. I need to be able to say, all right, I really fucked up here. Because I think about you enough to be able to say, yeah, I fucked up with this.
I feel what you're saying. A lot of times, if you trust the person you with enough, just the fact that they feel fucked up over it is enough.
We know that as men.
Yeah, that's
as
enough.
Men, we know the shift in the house.
Yeah.
We know the shift. It could be something as simple as a goddamn refrigerator door closing harder than it normally would close. She's mad about something.
Man.
We know that shit as a man.
But you can't say that to him. Hey,
But
is
you got to figure
everything
that shit
all right?
out, though.
Yeah, is everything all right? Are you sure?
You got to
There's
figure that
nothing
shit
wrong.
out, though.
Okay.
Yeah, you because while I do, you're right, Jay. Because while I do feel what we saying as males, I think part of it is we like to over rationalize shit as men, and sometimes we just have to acknowledge, not that they're not rational, but the fact that we're, even if it's ignorance from our behalf, whatever it is blocking us. We can't seem to figure out fully what it is. But if we know that it's affecting them, then we just got to cop deuces. That's it. That's really it. Because we're wired differently.
That's it.
So it might be points and times I'll never be able to figure out why. I can never figure out why. But if she is, that's all that matters. She mad about
It fits it.
That's all that matters. Man.
It fits it. Yeah. I get it.
Staying in the relationship realm or lack thereof. Just something come across my timeline this week. I'm not gonna blow the person out. You know, I ain't gonna put their business out there. But we have a problem in our community. Somebody was having a baby shower. Elaborate baby shower. Not a male contributor in sight. Not a male contributor in her life. Only to inject her with the seed for the child. There are people in the post. There's a freaking video like it's a wedding associated with this. I can show y'all. People telling her congratulations. Congratulations for what? Congratulations for the lifetime of struggle you're going to have to deal with having a kid with a dude who don't want to be a part of the kid's life. Congratulations for that. What exactly are we congratulating you on?
That is weird.
Do you mean just in her situation or just as
Yeah, and that's it. Why don't we challenge each other to be better? Why do we allow these things to just slide through with zero challenge, and we just placate to adults, grown ass adults, when you know what's coming, you know what's next.
No, I guess.
This is the thing. If it's not an issue, then okay, it's not an issue. If it's just about you and the kids, no problem. I will take it on the chin. I don't have any problem being like, you know what, I'm wrong. But if there's ever one single conversation about how this nigga ain't here for me and the kid, I remember before the baby was even born, the nigga wasn't there. So as long as we both on the same page, this is just about the strength of women, which women are extremely, obviously, strong individuals, and the strength of family and her being able to be a mother on her own without any assistance from the male. If that's what it's about, and that's what the focus is, I'm here for you. I got you.
But does this speak to the thinking that someone was a different person before they got to this point type of the aspect of things, like when it comes to relationships? You know how it is when people have kids, it's like you or the relationship doesn't work, and when it ends, you know, we've all been in that position where we say, hey, this person that we ended with isn't the person that we started with. Does it speak to that, or are we talking about those situations where people can clearly see that somebody was messing with was like kind of a, you know, the ASN, I guess, the ain't shit nigga, you know, or whatever.
And
so it's one of those situations.
And this the thing, like shout out to Jerry in the feed. She gonna put let's not really give her issues. Let's shame the man. And like you saw, is he an ain't shit nigga? I'm not even. It's just not a healthy. It's just not a healthy way to grow or start your family. That's all I'm saying. It's not that it could be that somebody's like, fuck it, I want a girl. We have absolutely zero idea. I am not here to judge her. I'm judging us.
Okay.
She can make whatever decisions we want to make. She want to make. Why do we not hold each other accountable though? In our, that's the wrong word. Holding her accountable is wrong. But why are we congratulating you for making a very difficult situation even more difficult? You understand what, like that? Just a while. It's just like, I don't know. It's just like you get rent due and you quit your job or something to look for another job. I'm like, congratulations. As opposed to me being your friend, like, why the fuck did you do that? You about to get married next July. Like, why wouldn't I have that conversation with you? Because support is not always just agreeing with every decision you make, void of all the circumstances and consequences that come along with it. Sometimes we just had a conversation the other week with somebody we fuck with on some real legit. Sometimes support is like, hey, this shit don't make a whole lot of sense, bro. Like, sometimes, a lot of times that's support.
Yeah, I think I've run into some situations where
Pull that mic up a little bit too.
at least for myself, I like to at times I get called at my job, especially a pessimist. No, motherfucker, I'm a realist, and I've seen patterns. I see how things go, at least in a lot of these situations. And if you don't celebrate I don't care about that small win if I already know that there's some tragedy outside of that, and I get faulted for that. And we need to talk to you for a second. No, it ain't shit for you to talk to me about. If I can articulate, and I guess that's like to a degree of what you're saying, if I can speak towards this situation and I know that it's going to be bad, and I try to give that information to that person, even if it's to that person alone, I usually get faulted for that. And I know we have I'm speaking on myself on situations I've been in. I know I've been called like a negative Nate from time to time, but I think at times it's just, hey, this is how I saw the situation, and it may not be on the same accord of where you're at, but at the same time, this is me trying to help. I think I'm a solutioner. I see when things are presented to me, I see the situation, but I also see the problems of it and how I get past the problems. At times when those are presented to people, I don't want to say it's taken the wrong way, but if you're not of that same light, it gets received completely different. And I try not to be, and I've actually had like family members talk me out of that shit, and it's just like, hey, you said you wanted to do this. I see it like this. I'm trying to help by presenting A, B, C, D, and E, and F, and it gets, oh, you're being negative. No, I'm just a fucking realist, and these are some of the things that I think maybe you need to have 2,000 saved up before you make this decision. Well, no, I don't need to do that. I'm just gonna make it on my own. Okay, again, it's just the option. And I get beat down for that shit. Like I pick and choose my battles when it comes to that. But again, like the supporting, I think people, when it comes to support in a lot of different aspects of it, some people, if it's not that rah rah sis boom bah, and it comes in a different way, they don't know how to receive it.
Yeah. Because it's not, because I'm still. This is not about, I didn't go into this trying to down the guy or the woman. I'm talking about the community. You know what the response in a situation like that, in my humble opinion, is? Good luck. Good luck.
Well, I mean,
is that bad?
What more could you tell anybody in that situation? I mean, it's just.
The context of the situation, somebody had a session with somebody they wasn't really fucking with like that, got pregnant, now they kept the baby. That's really it. That's really all to it. Really ain't shit else to it.
Well, I mean, it's we're wrong for telling anybody they shouldn't keep a baby.
Yeah, I'm not even, of course.
I guess the argument in that sense, because I saw the comment in there, I guess the argument in that sense is not really telling someone they shouldn't keep a baby. It's the fact that maybe in that situation, to what you're talking about, maybe in that situation, maybe you should have been a little smarter about it, in a sense, in that way. But I mean, look, we all grown. I mean, like how many people do we know in situations where it's like,
nigga? No.
Well, look, real quick. All I'm saying is this. If I saw Donovan Mitchell. If I had tickets to the Cavs game the other day, right? If I saw Donovan Mitchell, Darius Garland, and Evan Mobley coming out the tunnel, right, and they was getting ready to play the 2018 Warriors, would I say congratulations or would I say good luck?
Get ready. Yeah.
We know what she's about to embark on as a mother. Why are we saying congratulations? Congratulations are in order because yes, you're in the NBA, but you got a hell of a task.
Yeah.
You got to stop Steph and KD and prime Klay Thompson and 4 years ago Draymond Green and 4 years ago Andre Iguodala. You got a hell of a task in front of you. Good luck. That's really what it is. To be honest with you, if we being completely honest, you about to. I don't even want to get into that, but the shit you're gonna have to deal with at some point. It's gonna be some rough shit, man.
Yeah.
Not even on the you can have your money in order, your house in order. I'm not even talking about that, man. There's nothing wrong with that. This is not a shot at her or anybody that they can't take care of the kid or take care of the situation or handle the moment or deal with the pressure. None of that. There's just going to be mental hurdles that an absentee father is going to create in a kid's life. It's just going to happen psychologically that you're going to hopefully. You a good person, good mother, man. You're a dope individual, and hopefully, once you get to that point, you ready for it. Y'all get the proper therapy if needed, or just personal time, family time. But it's gonna be some shit at some point.
The one thing I think, and I kind of based it off of the comments, she definitely need a fucking baby shower for now since she ain't got that other side. She definitely needed that extra help.
And to the thoughts of the baby shower, I guess what I'm thinking about, even what you're saying in respects to that, I take that mentality a little bit more when it's the person that's they're like 4 kids in, whatever.
I get you.
That's when I kind of take that thing where, and I know it comes off as
this is kid number 3.
Okay, well, I'm about to say, and I know it comes off as judgy, and I apologize to people that might be offended about it. I know it comes off as judgy, but personally myself, that's when I look at it and be like, all right, we have a baby shower for kid number 3 or 4, and if I know you personally, and I know your life, and I know that you've been struggling between the first 1, 2, or 3 kids, and now you're on 4. Yeah. That's when, and it may be judgy, sorry, but that's when I kind of look at it and be like, all right, so we gonna keep doing the same thing over and over again. Yeah, it's just
I think it just finally hit me on trying to pull it all together. But I think when you said that definitely made sense, because I heard something, I'm not gonna say what day it was, but it was on the same context as yours, and it's like, oh, again. But at the same time, oh, congratulations. Like, nah, like you said, you about to go through some shit. Mm-hmm. Like, at what point, I especially, I ain't going to do that because I don't want to put no business out there. But when I heard it, that was the first thing I said, holy shit, for real? And it was just, and as I'm listening to the conversation, it's, the family that, they again, they're supporting, they're doing this, and they're helping out, and it's congratulations and baby showers and this, that, and the other. But it's just like, yo, like, you setting yourself up for fucking failure, like, and you continue to go down that course. And I'm more of and the person I was talking to, we definitely more of the, again, that kind of realist and putting the information in front of you. But that definitely makes sense. That shit does piss me off a little bit. I'm sorry. That's somebody, like, and even if you do have that conversation with, you can't change it. You can't change it, and they'll continue to have that. The other parts of the groups will still be congratulatory, which is weird to me. Like I say, I watch too much Paternity Court to see that shit, and it's just like, oh, well, yeah, I got 10 kids, and like, well, so we still celebrating this shit, like, be it man or woman. That shit is fucking ridiculous to me.
I mean, and it does go the other way when because I know we're talking about it from the woman's aspect of things, but if it's a guy who he ain't doing shit with kid number 1 or number 2 or number 3.
I'm telling that nigga congratulations.
How the fuck are you out here on kid number 4?
Yeah. And you chose the nigga. I don't care how you look at it. You still decided to let this nigga.
Let's talk. Now I've been trying to be diplomatic, but let's be honest. It's 2022. If somebody entered your loins in the climate we in,
Yeah.
you had to give, what's the magic word?
Consent.
Consent.
Yeah. That's the. Yeah.
So in essence, you chose me, baby. In essence, you chose. So miss me with the I ain't know. You should have did your Googles. You should have did your Instagram and Googles.
Yeah.
You can the Cuyahoga County court docket is but a click away.
And
Miss me with it.
And half the time you already know what this nigga got, with the baby mamas and this, that, and the other. So I'm not trying to say that the nigga shouldn't be held to a certain regard, but
Ooh, that be blowing me.
yeah,
man.
like, but it's again, you still choosing. Like, I don't care. Well, I liked him, or he beat he did something to you that another nigga didn't do. You know, the nigga still ain't shit. Same way, and same for me. If I fuck with a broad and she end up getting pregnant, and I know she ain't shit.
You
Came
you
to
still
me.
Decided to go in there raw.
Yeah. And it might have been fire. Same way she looking at it. Oh, this nigga my hair and my eyeballs is at attention.
But we've been having the same conversation for 320 episodes of DMST. That accountability word is going to be hard to drive home. Because if the nigga's good for her for finding somebody good. But if he ain't shit, then it's his fault for not being shit. It is his fault for not being shit. It's also your fault for giving consent to a nigga that ain't shit.
And you know it.
Come on now.
Women know it more than men know.
Come on, baby.
And y'all,
come
like
on.
I say, as many times
Like,
as
make
y'all
the free
say,
throw.
yeah.
Come on, we know you can do it. Make the accountability free throw. You be knowing these niggas ain't shit. Just tell us the truth.
Y'all say y'all smarter than us, like y'all been saying since day one, but you ain't smart when that nigga pulled that pipe out.
Oh.
And you know he was going over Cheryl's house later on that night.
They only smart.
But man.
It's only
Make sure you keep that mic up.
It's
Oh,
only
my bad.
smart when he works out. When he works out, she made a great decision. Can we just be honest and say sometimes women just throw caution to the wind and just fuck with niggas they like and pray to God that he ain't a fuck nigga.
That's it, yeah.
That's basically what it is. Anyway.
In respects of trying to keep my relationship together, I decline to comment further.
I haven't seen nobody. My girl ain't commented, so I'm straight.
All right. No, man, it's all good, man. It's
I can't see that.
we look. At the end of the day, we all gonna have our opinions. That's gonna be a difference between how we see things and everything. That's one of the things that's kept our show going for 327 episodes. I mean, we can have these conversations, and if we can't be adult enough to have these conversations and be able to say right and wrong or admit some wrong and things like that, then we're obviously not even really being adult about it as a whole. So yeah,
I think just to wrap, I think baby showers, homecoming, prom celebrations, high school graduation celebrations, they're all great. We all need to celebrate people. But all of those are good luck. None of them are congratulations.
Oh, my bad.
None of them are the end of the... We don't get congratulations unless you're... But that's the problem I have is our expectations for our people need to grow.
I get that.
Beyond this high school graduation or beyond this prom, let's celebrate to the end of the earth.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not congratulations. It's maybe it's the athlete in me. We're not celebrating until the mission is done.
Right.
Mm-hmm. On to the next.
And I think also with the when you said like the inappropriate, taking it to a different level and having more looking for more from us, because I remember seeing was it D-Hawk, the funny guy, the bald head. Yeah, he had posted something like, I guess it was like a kid came in and said, "Hey Dad, I'm summa cum laude," or cum laude, however you pronounce it, and nothing was really said. And then the son came home from jail, and we celebrating that shit. We throwing, doing all crazy type shit. And it's, I think, not saying it's the exact same thing, but I it resonated
we celebrate
with
the bullshit.
me. Yeah, so,
I've
Like, let's celebrate it. Let's celebrate it.
yeah.
But it's good luck on your next step, whether it's vocational school, whether it's getting a job at Lincoln Electric, whether it is going to college. No matter what the next step is, God damn it, the high school diploma ain't it.
Yeah.
The prom date ain't it. Nah, God damn it. If you want to be single for the rest of your life, well, I celebrate you in a couple years when you embrace your singlehood.
Yeah.
If you're going to be married, we'll celebrate at the wedding and then at your anniversaries. But I'm not about to celebrate you like congratulations on a prom. Now, we'll celebrate you to the end of the earth and raise the roof. But this is the beginning.
Yeah. Folks taking out loans for prom, but can't even take out a loan for they to fix up their house.
Come on now.
So yeah, no, I get you.
Come on now.
I can understand. Yeah, it's
The baby shower shit just getting out of control a little
The
bit.
baby showers is bad. Like I said, for
I
me,
wish I got to show y'all it was themed. Yeah. There was videos like
oh
it was
no,
a
I
wedding.
believe
It was
you.
wild.
I believe you.
Yeah.
I believe you.
Where's the nigga? Okay, that's the, yo.
Who the pappy?
Who the pappy?
Who the pappy?
Who the pappy?
You got
Who the
all
pappy?
this shit. You got all this shit except for the dick that made the baby. Okay,
Yeah.
where that's at?
But I will say this much
All right, I'm done.
about
Let me
baby
stop.
showers. One, I'm not gonna say they irritate me because they're beneficial. Again, for me personally, and I'm a person that's made money off of DJing a baby shower a few
Nigga,
times.
You a part of it.
You
No?
a fucking this thing is a part of the problem, not part of the solution.
But what I'm saying, for me personally, I'm sorry. This is all. I'm gonna go down on this and whatever. When you're on baby number 3 or 4, whatever, the baby shower's supposed to go out the window at that point, whatever. And I'm also a person that I can't
Yeah,
stand.
baby number 3.
I can't. Yeah, they do them. They do them constantly. They do them, and I get it. You need stuff.
That's because in the back of your mind, you know.
It ain't-
This is it. This is the pinnacle because from here on out, the struggle about to get real,
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
Also,
I've been working on the rail. This shit about to get real.
yeah.
also, I can't stand the. I'm sorry. I despise gender reveals. I absolutely. And I'm sorry if y'all have had one. I'm
I
sorry.
haven't. No.
Yeah, okay. I'm just saying. I absolutely despise a gender reveal. Thankfully, I've never had to be at one. I'm sorry if y'all hate me for saying that. I despise a gender reveal. So let's think about this. You have a baby. You got to have a gender reveal.
Mm-hmm.
You have a baby shower. There's something else I think they do, too, that I can't think of that's not as popular right now. This is all before the baby even comes. How much money is a motherfucker supposed to be shelling out
Yeah.
for your baby
Well,
before the baby gets
I've never been to a
despise
gender
it.
reveal, but gender reveal shouldn't cost anything. But $10.
Do you know us? Do you know us?
I've never been
The
to
gender
one.
reveals
Yeah.
are spectacular.
I've never been to one.
Have you seen
I haven't
these
been
shits
to
on
one either.
Facebook? And,
I just see
and
them like busting a
Instagram?
balloon and be pink or blue.
But that's food. You got to think for
gotta have
festivities. Well, yeah, you got people over. You gonna
That'll
have
never
food.
be.
and
I'll never be at
celebrate.
a gender reveal.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
That-
no,
that-
it's
I'm
not
not-
my thing.
Sorry.
No.
Sorry. You'll see it when the baby get here.
But I do feel like the celebrating the
We celebrate too many small.
Yeah.
But shouldn't. Okay, it's not the same.
We can
thing.
celebrate. It's just not the end.
Want more.
Yeah, we tend to say congrats that you about to be a single mother for the rest of your life. Let me stop.
Oh
let me
shit!
stop.
She just asked because she listened, so she
Yep.
ain't heard nothing else.
She
All
did.
right, I'm good. No, my girl. She just texted me talking about some. Are y'all still on? Yeah, we on. Like,
Oh, yeah,
she
yeah.
she ain't in the feed. No. Oh yeah,
It
I
should be
forgot
alright.
to tell you the
Should be
link. Nah, but I do feel that like the celebrating some, like I said, even with the prison coming home and okay, this is your 5th child and your 4th baby daddy. It's just like, look, motherfucker, I think it's time for you to either snip this shit or you need to find a man, and vice versa for the same thing for the niggas. Niggas need to be held accountable for that. You got 27 kids, you barely paying child support if you paying child support, or you're not working. Like I do think we all need to. We do kind of. We're very lax in that aspect.
So
Jerry funny, man. I love Jerry. Jerry, you be winning. Jerry, when the last time you lost an argument? That's the question. She don't
Never
never
She ain't
lost.
had an
She
argument
don't
with me.
never lost.
She ain't had an argument with me. I'm ready.
Jerry just pivot to the next, like you can't block her shot. You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
ready.
And then she'll just poke you right where it's. But I think all of those, even if you're getting into engagement and bachelorette parties, I think there's a closure aspect to it. You're throwing that party of like, bro, you about to embark on some shit. You know what I'm saying?
your life about to change. you
Yeah,
know,
and it's like the theme is the closing of this chapter to open a
and
new
starting
one,
off a new one. Yeah.
as opposed to like you did it, you graduated from JFK, like you ain't did shit,
Don't do it.
but went to class,
We're
nigga.
not, look. I know we're shopping. We're not going to just besmirch the graduate stuff of wonderful, the wonderful
Nigga, you
institution
graduated from Shaw.
of John F.
Congratulations. Good job. You know what the fuck we had for math senior year? Some bullshit.
All right, let me ask you a question.
That's good.
She's still undefeated. So we talking about people coming home from jail. Let's very quickly. Brittany Griner. Very quickly. What?
Are we sure?
Yeah. All right.
Are we sure this is Brittany?
Because they hear. Look, you know what gets me. We talked about it a little bit with DMST Radio on Wednesday. You know what gets me is that there are points of time that people turn into their CNN contributors at some point. I don't. All I know about the situation is what I know, and I know we joked about it on Wednesday. I was like, I actually knew the guy's name that got freed or whatever. I only knew his name. Actually, I didn't know his. I knew his name, and I knew the guy that's still in the U.S. guy that's still in custody out there, just because watching the news and stuff. But when all the details got released, black people had huge debates about should she have even been coming home and how much the U.S. fucked up by bringing her home for this guy. You know, obviously the guy, his nickname is called the Merchant of Death. He's an arms dealer. You know, if you actually just research him a little bit, I mean, he sold to a lot of people. It's not like he only sold to Russia. He sold to a lot of people. You know who else sells guns and shit to a lot of people, or gives guns and shit to a lot of people?
We do.
We do.
Yep.
Let's be honest. We do. You think all these countries, when they overthrow, go ahead. I'm sorry. All these countries, when they overthrow, Titan brought a very nice tequila up here that we're kind of passing the bottles along from side to side. But you think all these places or whatever, like when they overthrow somebody and these things going or whatever, you think they do this for free or they get this stuff or whatever? The U.S. don't just go in and put somebody out of power sometimes or whatever. They know somebody they want to have in place, and they help that transition alone sometimes. The Ukraine is fighting the war against Russia right now. Guess where they're getting weapons from? Us. Us. You know what I'm saying?
They're our allies, too, though.
Yeah, I get. Yeah, you're right. You're right. But it's just like people act like, you know, that because this guy is out now, that all of a sudden we're going to be like just under siege from everybody.
Brainstorm. This one, Brittany home.
That's all.
This wasn't a fair trade, though. But Brittany home.
Okay.
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 Okay, look, I didn't say that, right? I didn't say, but people. What I'm saying is people acting like they're just they knew who this guy is, and this guy all of a sudden is going to be like us. So I mean, what are we?
I was watching this thing. The other
Can
day.
I not take my shoes off still at the airport because this guy is going to Russia now?
No,
like, come on.
What I think is, I think America, and I think it's a bit unfair to the American people. It's only pushback I give you.
Okay.
Is because I think in free countries, and like the one we live in, there are backroom people who do the dirty shit so that we can just go to Whole Foods and get our food.
Mm-hmm.
Like we are free to watch the Browns game and give a fuck about how many targets Amari Cooper got. Well, they are trying to plan on how to like kill somebody but save their kids in the same house without nobody. Like, they're doing some wild shit. And I think nobody knew this dude existed because we don't really want to know who all the merchants of death are.
Okay.
Because it would just, the moment we find out about, you know, even every now and then, I guess it was some other virus that got created the other day in the lab, and people was like, "Oh, I bet you this one gonna get let out the lab too." It's like, nigga, do y'all know how many viruses they come up with to cure? They do it all the time, but we don't really want to know who the merchants of death are. And her knowingly bringing weed into Russia, or weed, liquid, juice, weed, whatever the fuck it was.
The cannabis oil or whatever.
Cannabis oil. And a nigga who sold arms internationally.
Oh, no. Okay, all right. Let's say that's not, on the scales of justice, it's not the same. It's not the same. My part, though, is that people are acting like we better be on high alert right now because of everything else or whatever. Like, my nigga, we're always on high alert.
But it was a good move by them because they just hit like a triple knocker. You know how they have like affirmative action, and you can have, if you bring in a black female that's also a lesbian, you get a triple knocker. So they get bringing her home, that appeases to the black folks, that appeases to LGBTQ, that appeases to weed smokers. They Biden and them knew what, and I don't want to even say Biden. They know what the fuck they doing.
Biden and them.
Yeah.
Put up.
I'm sorry. Yeah, they know exactly what they doing. So it's like you said, it ain't fair, but it makes sense to them. Hey, they probably was talking with even Putin's his homies, like, hey, what if we give you such and such? No, we don't want that one. We need something different. Well, we can get this. And again, like you say, is it about to, be World War 3.5.6, dropping him off? Nah, but it was unfair, balance wise.
Not even.
But it's man, it's just a political ploy. Like I stopped watching this shit. But I would say this, and I always say this: watch Fox News and then watch CNN. Never watch the one, and it is amazing on what the contrast are.
Just the position.
But the
slow down.
Yeah.
Just the position of the two.
Yeah, but the key is when they
they're what
start
it's
to
all about.
agree with each other. That's when it started to get a little fucked up. And that, like I say, I think I always say that's been one of the greatest things that I ever did was I had two Facebook accounts. One the one I typically everybody see me on, and then the other one I just started following like the far left. And listening to all the stuff and again, it's like the world has ADHD. All of this shit will be a mute point in 2 weeks from now.
No, it's true. Like even Deshaun Watson got booed for
2
one
weeks.
play, and then it was over. I said, "What? I thought they was gonna stop games." Not want to play because he pulled his little Peter Weeder out at a massage parlor. They really had me convinced.
Did they show the masseuses that all came to the game?
The
Last
Bengals
week? No, they
booed this nigga one time. He completed an 18-yard out. They never booed this nigga for the rest of the game.
And I was told that they had the booze in Texas was all on the
Pumped
microphone.
in. Yeah, they wasn't
Yeah,
real.
that shit crazy,
But
man.
yeah, like this will be all gone. And also, our people again, our beautiful people. What we want? What we want? We want recognition, or do we want to be ignored? Because they just value Brittany Griner's life over a white war veteran's life. In essence, so I think Brittany won. We won as the people. They left
So
a
again, what did
white
you want?
Anglo-Saxon male over there
I ain't
and
heard
brought
that.
home
I
a
haven't heard the
lesbian
term
black
Anglo
woman.
assassin in a while, but go ahead.
No, they brought
No,
home
I
a
know the term, but I
lesbian
ain't heard it
black
in a while, yeah.
woman over an Anglo-Saxon male.
She had enough attention. That's all it is. It's how, again, and I'm not saying I don't want to go into a political
Shit, fuck
information,
it.
but it was still more of what has the most attention. This shit been building. How long she been over there? 10
Like
months,
9 months.
a year. So that shit just been building and building and building and building and building, and it was now we got it's.
And to be honest, on this show, as I said earlier, it's on wax. We sat there and said on this show that she was stupid to take that shit over there.
She was dumb as hell.
Of
Dumb
course,
as
she was.
fuck,
Now, she
yeah.
wasn't traveling. She was over there. I think she was playing in the league over there, whatever. But she was stupid to have that shit on her there, at that time. And so we're realists about it. So it's not like we're trying to be sympathetic towards her or anything like, too sympathetic or whatever. But it's like, also at the end of the day, too, can we act like, I know this is like the most basic argument that you can make, and it's what we see online and stuff like that. But it's like, for people who are actually mad about it, it was an unfair trade. It's not evil. It's not even. But come on, now, it's people online talking all this big shit about so much stuff or whatever. Your cousin been selling how many dime bags, nickel bags, whatever, ounces or whatever.
Hey,
They've been
stop
selling that
talking
shit
about
for
my
the long.
cousin,
I'm just saying
Brainstorm.
they've been selling. Did you run to the cops? Did you run to the cops and sit there and say, "Hey, y'all mad right now"? Did you run to the cops and say, "Hey, my cousin's doing this"? Are you calling out the niggas in your city that you know is doing wrong? Are you telling them right now, "Hey, don't pass go"?
I just had this.
Don't collect
conversation
$200.
yesterday.
Go straight to jail. Are you doing that right now? Nobody's doing that.
Nah.
But it's like these talking points that people get online sometimes is the reason why I kind of take that step back from social media sometimes. Where it's like,
I look
all
at
right.
it as entertainment, though, man.
In a sense, yeah.
Don't you
But-
say that? I'm so sick. I can't
do.
stand it.
I do.
It's entertainment until it's not entertainment to you, and I think it's.
Yeah.
And I'm saying for you specifically. This is something that I fight with certain folks all the time. Like it's not entertainment when it becomes personal, and it may not even be personal for something that I'm coming at brainstorm about. It may just be that trigger when it's not personal, and then you start to dig into it a little bit differently. like I said, I do believe there's definitely levels of entertainment to this, but that shit can hit so hard and ooh.
See, it's entertainment. I'm sorry, it's entertainment to me when it's Thanksgiving. You see people all doing all this dumb shit of cooking greens in a tub. Or I'm sorry, cleaning greens in a tub or some dumb shit like that. That's entertainment to me more so than the stuff with some more serious stuff. I mean, I think there's levels to the it's entertainment type of argument.
So this is why I say it's entertainment. Even the shit that causes healthy banter, we do that shit every Sunday. I don't view me developing an opinion as anything other than entertainment. I do that shit every Sunday.
Right. You know when you did it? Yesterday or so? Mm-hmm. You took the pictures on that lens.
Oh yeah,
app,
I'm gonna show that. That's the I got.
And you sat there and said, "Sue me" or
sue
whatever.
Me, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. You jumped on the trend.
Sometimes you do the viral trend. I did the fucking silhouette challenge.
I was gonna talk about your ass for doing it too. You sure did do the silhouette challenge.
Yeah, it's entertainment. Like I can get maybe I'm jaded with life, and some people are out there like me because there's just too much other shit going on for me to ever really, 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 really take social media serious. Mm-hmm. But like when I went on the lens and made the pictures, they was just some cool ass pictures. It's really shit. What else? Niggas is, but then, cause then niggas is like, nigga, they take your picture for AI. Y'all niggas look at your phone to open it 500 times a day without putting nothing in there. What the fuck? How the fuck you think they got your picture? I mean, they what you think they use? What technology you think they use to read your eyes? To know your eyes ain't your brother's eyes that look just like.
They said the same thing with TikTok. They say the same thing with the privacy.
Go have some fun till you die. God damn it, man.
And even with what was it, the little spit test that they used to do for the ancestor, ancestry.com. Like your information been sold, and you everybody on the black web. Ain't nobody secure enough to keep your stuff off of there. You out there.
Let's get with the fire of these pictures. You know what I'm saying?
This nigga about to pull up the whole pics or whatever.
Yeah. That is me, the king of Wakanda. You know what I'm saying? These are just hard though, man. Like Jesus.
Hey, it's Jesus.
That's Jesus there.
It's Devis. It's Devis. That
would just look like me with some other shit on. This shit was just cool to do, man. Like you did it. I don't know how the fuck they do this shit. They doing something. Cause my lineup's crispier than a bitch. And how they know I'm black and not white? And how they know we like crispy lineups?
So you say they gave you a regular lineup, not the Michael Ealy.
Not the Michael Ealy.
If that nigga shit be done.
But yeah, man. So yeah, I don't know, man. You right. I mean, I can see how it can be looked at as not just entertainment, but for me, it's all.
Well, yeah, and like I said, I don't want to. I just the reason why that spoke to me was, again, there's always that conversation that comes afterwards about what you feel is entertainment and what makes it's entertainment. Certain things are entertainment to some that aren't for others, and I get that. If somebody came in and say, "Hey, Ryan, you're a nigger," and it's like, "Ooh, bitch, that ain't entertainment. I'm about to beat your ass." But I done been online playing the game, and a nigga say the same thing, and I'm going back at you. Fuck you and your mama, and again, it's over my head. I don't worry about it. Just that, and the other. So I just think a lot of times it's that trigger for certain folks, and depending on what you're dealing with or what you went through at that time, like sometimes it's that trigger. But that's that shit about. I've said I've had a couple conversations in relationships in the past about what's entertainment and what's not, and what you post. Like, hey, I was just joking. It wasn't that big of a deal.
Oh yeah, I'm talking about what I see. To me, social media is a TV show. Every now and then you can jump in and do some shit. I'm not posting my meat on there like that. I think that's when it gets personal.
Damn it, man! I was about to do that next week.
You know what I'm saying? Like if your girl posting her ass and titties, that's different. You posting your meat and shit and your feet on. Now it's getting weird. But I get what you're saying. That's where it goes to another level. And like looking like M'Baku. Yeah, that's my favorite one. The internet is not real life, but when it got to the Brittany Griner shit, this is the thing we got to ask ourselves. Black people really got a dilemma, man. We got a dilemma.
Yes.
We're backing ourselves into a corner. and we got to see what they're doing, and we got to fucking stay focused.
Okay.
Because I think Umar is a clown, but he also tells the truth on some shit.
Yes,
like my father said, there's always a little bit of truth in a lie.
Yeah.
Like he's a clown, but we're kind of setting ourselves up for like, fuck it, I'll make an analogy. Fucking analogy. We can't say, you know, how Kanye said, George Bush don't care about black people. Mm-hmm. I don't give a fuck how often Brittany Griner was in the news. If they don't give a fuck about black people, then they don't give a fuck about black people. But if they start bringing black people home from Russia, how more often can you legitimately make the argument they don't give a fuck about black people? In the overall scheme of things.
No, I get you.
We folk like, people talk about reparations and shit. Be careful. You go fuck around and give us some money.
Because that's a conversation.
And then you ain't got shit else to say.
Because
reparations is not, it shouldn't be monetary. It should be opportunity based. It should be longevity based. It should be generational. It should be things to set us up to succeed in the future.
Hold on. Look what you doing.
That's what I'm saying. Not just monetary. Because we setting ourselves up. It's almost like your girl, like, I want to do this, I want to do this. Then you take her on a date and you look at her in the face like, now what? I did what you wanted me to do. Can I go watch the game? She can't do shit else but say, yeah. But in the moment, we ain't going to do nothing else but just be like.
That's an excellent fucking point.
All right, they paid us off for slavery. We got our slavery check.
Yeah.
They brought home Britney and shit.
Dave Chappelle showed the shit the best way when they got the, I can't remember what the skit was. Yeah, when they got that shit. Hold up. I got a red man. Yeah. Like, I bought all these cigarettes and all this shit. Like, that shit is, but that's, and this is, I'm gonna go back and I'm leave it at that for the most part. This is another reason why I keep telling people read that the new Jim Crow laws. I love that fucking book. I'm reading it again 1.5 million times. Take some time to read that because it shows the way that is so diabolical on how they put this shit together. Like, we gonna force feed you this information. We gonna do to you how we want to, and at times it doesn't seem that way, but. Like you said, and that just really made me think about it. Like, hey, okay, look, we gotta give them something in order to move this needle further, so we can do it. Here go the money, bitch. Now go ahead and do what you want to do.
Hold on, real quick. Let's just jump ping pong this conversation. Let's not stop it. Let's keep going.
I'm ready.
Like, how do they torture people in other countries? Us, America, they don't just cut your head off. They'll put a towel over your face and run water over that shit, then cut it off.
Drown your ass.
Run water over that shit, then cut it off. Run water over that shit, then cut it off. So we know what they do? They give you a little mixed nigga for president. Let him stay in for 8 years.
Boom.
And they give him a woman for vice president.
Yep.
Hey, how can we be the leader of our free world was black? Here you go. We bring Brittany home. You know, we kept a pure-blooded American white male in jail in Russia to bring home this gay black woman. How can we not fuck with you? So man, we got to stay focused.
But my question is, but out of us sitting here, and I know we have conversations. You know, you've been in the feed for the last few weeks. We talk about stuff or whatever, and you've been ready to pull up a few times. But do we sit here? Do we already sit here in this whole situation and say, okay, it's still not a racist country though? Do we still not know that we still got a lot of work to do in this country?
I think those of us.
Do you think that it's so many of us that's getting lost in that?
Yes, a lot of people will get lost.
Well, I take it back.
It's smoke and mirrors, man.
Niggas got lost getting a check from
Trump.
For Trump for $750 or whatever it was.
And he free Kodak.
Yeah.
Okay.
He is exactly. That's why I say. That's why I like to watch both sides. Watch the CNN. Watch the Fox. Read and again reading. But the same thing that you just kind of brings me into what we was talking about before we got here was about the whole Shaw and us not putting money back into Shaw. Why don't we? Well, this information isn't. This isn't something that is typically the thing because we was talking about like the girls basketball and this. Like this is a part of it. And I don't really like Cleveland Heights where I live right now, and don't run up on me because you'll get murked. But at the same time, it's still it's a weird situation. But again, this is where I grew up in. These are some of the things that I grew up in, and my family members are around. Why am I not promoting and putting back into it? if you've seen how East Cleveland and you start to move towards downtown, look at University Circle. That revamped.
Oh, yeah,
they
completely.
redid
It's
all
on its
of
way
that.
in.
Yeah. But now what you're starting to see is that people are trying to invest in it because they know that's going to be the next move. But we not.
Oh, it's no. Let me talk. My brother was just here. And people don't know my brother. So I always give him the respect. Fucking is bragging. Dr. Dan Reed.
All right,
coming
that's
to
right,
town
doctor.
and
All
come
right,
up here and
doctor.
sit
He was
with
here
us,
for
man.
2 days. He was here for like Thanksgiving and the day after, like the day before Thanksgiving.
You
and
didn't say
Friday.
he was here for the holiday.
Yeah, I didn't even know he was here. He called me on Thanksgiving Day.
Okay.
Like we leaving the gym, out the house. I'm like, yeah, he came out. But we was talking. We of course, like we always do. It's crazy that my pops ain't here, but we'll never talk about like, hey, the sun's out in the sky. We got to talking about like gentrification in East Cleveland.
Because he probably had seen in some areas.
He showed me the video. He was like, listen, him and his wife tried to buy land. They've been purchasing land in East Cleveland.
Yep.
The powers that be, since we was in high school.
Yep. Yeah, they home.
Like if you, not only is it revamped there, I drove down there. I drove that way the other night, coming back from the Cavs game. Go and drive from Lakeview to Superior and Euclid. Look on your left-hand side of the street. There's nothing. From where they have the fucking solar panels on, what is that, Lakeview and Euclid, all the way to the funeral home, there's one apartment building.
That's the Popeyes.
Everything else is demolished.
I ain't been that way in a while.
Whoever owns the land
They get
is
it.
getting.
Let's think about that, because like if let's say you're going downtown, that whole thing till you get to that bridge was back in the day. It used to be, it was a bakery there back in the day.
Oakley's car wash. It was all kinds of shit.
Oh, so you're talking about the left side? So
I'm talking about
right side.
coming
The
from
KFC used to be a KFC there. Oakley's car wash
used
there.
to be a little corner
Apartment
store
store or
across
whatever.
the street.
Then it was like a stretch of stuff. It was
Nothing. Nothing
there.
exists. Go down.
I ain't been there in a
nothing's
while.
But
Nothing's
he
there.
showed me and Leah a video of the reek. You know how they doing the shit downtown, the Haslams? Whoever is gentrifying, I got to have them send it to me, man, so I can show people. It's a video of what, like, around Carl. It's going to blow your mind. You ever been to, like, Cleveland State down where, like, Arby's and shit is down there?
Oh, it's amazing. I ride through there all the time and think about the fact that we was down there in school for my freshman year of college and your sophomore year, but you graduated from there. But it's just like the difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm saying
yeah.
in EC where like KFC and shit used to be,
yeah.
it's going to look like that in like 3
Oh, yeah.
years.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure.
And
It's fucked up because the people who own it bought it when the KFC was still up.
Yeah. And
When Oakley's car wash was still up.
And
we had no idea.
Yeah. It's
And it's
future
been
planning.
diabolical. They've been putting the fucking towel over our face
Yep.
and pouring water for 20 some odd years.
That's why them streets was all fucked up. So hey, you don't even want to go through here no more. They like, look, we gonna go through these potholes.
And somebody probably bought that apartment building up there on Terrace.
and we gonna plant
for $50,000.
Man, but if that
And that shit's gonna be a high rise thing
yeah.
of everything.
Because
else.
you know what? They never took down the structure of the goddamn building. I used to work at the county.
But they tore down the hospital.
They tore down the hospital.
tore
They
down
tore the hospital,
and
though.
that's
Hospital's gone.
but like you said, they've been planning. So again, what do you take out? You don't have banks and you don't have a hospital. That's some of the major
killed
shit
us.
you need in
That
there.
hospital leaving
Yeah.
killed us. Huron
But
Road
you know what they
Hospital
gonna do?
Killed us.
They gonna bring right back in banks, and the hospital was right down the street.
Yeah, and they gonna slowly. And again, they just revamped, and I know we lost a lot of shit when Shaw got rebuilt, but and when they first got all that money, some of the money just disappeared or whatever. But they already got bits and pieces of a school that's already been revamped. Both schools.
And
Both schools.
When you think I heard you was talking about Shaw and the girls basketball team got their ass over like 70-1, and then like 65-3 and 80-something to 5. It's bad.
We need Joanna Man up in that bitch.
We
Go ahead.
also, I know we was disagreeing on some of this stuff last week, but it's one of the main reasons why I ended up going to Gannon. People can shoot me. I don't care. I was 18. I didn't know no better. Would I have made a different decision now? Probably, but I'm 40.
Oh, we talking about the HBCU thing, yeah.
But like, you can't pay offensive coordinators $35,000 a year. Who then go to Colorado and make $450. You just can't do it. No. That's insanity.
But see, we didn't talk about Deion for making the decision for money. That's one thing we did
But
not do.
that that's a part of it. It's not. But this is not just Deion. He brought his entire coaching staff with him.
But
the entire coaching staff is coming with him.
And
but
they're all
part of the
going to
problem.
benefit.
There's a problem at the Shaws of the world. Lil Coffee is defensive coordinator at Glenville. Why the fuck ain't the head coach at Shaw? Max Stevens was the old D coordinator. The coach at Heights was the old D coordinator at Glenville. These people aren't like born and bred Heights boys or Glenville boys. They just look out for the people and they commit and give people what they deserve. Mm-hmm. Like Lil Coffee should not be the heir and the heir of the throne for Ted Ginn Sr. He should be the heir at Shaw. That's Lil Coffee. Mm-hmm. It's Shaw to the core. But this nigga that went over to Glenville won a state championship. Mm-hmm. It's the problem and Glenville is a black school.
It's a black school. Which we still celebrated.
We still celebrated, but that's the number one reason with Shaw is forever going to be the infrastructure at Shaw. Yeah. You will never catch me coaching at Shaw, and I got on the Shaw T-shirt to this day. Now I am coaching.
I think I got a Shaw shirt on fucking now.
Now I will coach on 93rd and Union. That's where I'm at. I'll coach there. It's just the infrastructure at some of these places be piss poor to the core, man.
And just to drop this in there, and I hope everybody from Shaw and all the folks and alumni and everything, I really need this to be heard because I'm gonna speak towards ignorance on it because I don't know. Mm-hmm. So if we're doing all of this for the alumni weekend, how much goes back into the school? And I know money goes back into the neighborhoods. Because of be it the bars and everything, and I don't know how that's going to be next year.
And
because
they do scholarships
everything
and stuff like that. There's always scholarships giveaways.
So again, there may
they don't do nothing with the school.
I'm just saying, but just answering this question,
And I think that needs again, and this is kind of what I was saying based off of what my dad has said, because I'm like, okay, you a Q, and I think I may want to do it. I ain't want to do it when I was in college because I was a different type of cat back then, but. Again, what are you doing to bring awareness and bring back or put back into your neighborhood? And I'm just like, damn, why is it that one little simple question? He just shut me the fuck down. Like, seriously. I'm not saying that's, I'm not being disrespectful when I say this. I'm not saying this in a crazy way. It's a disingenuous question in this sense, because I've talked to people about this as well. You can't just go to McGregor Hill and take the money we raised at the Shaw reunion and buy 400 textbooks for Shaw. I got you.
We have to give the money to the East Cleveland City school system.
To let it, right.
And who the fuck knows?
And then at that point, they got to do
That's where the problem comes in is what are they going to do with this money?
Right.
And if there's nobody we trust on the checks and balances side, I just don't want to give money to motherfuckers.
But we learned that when they built the schools, because there was a lot of money that just disappeared.
Exactly. If you would just allow me to go to McGregor Hill or allow me to go to Nike.com and take $5,000 we raised and buy them brand new uniforms, then we'll do it. Right. But we can't do that. We got to give that money to the board. Yeah. And then they're going to allocate it out for new uniforms, and you're going to show up they got the same shit on from last year.
And there's no way of it. Well, I don't say
There's
no
a lot
way.
Of people that don't
we
like the leadership that's in the city right now. For a multitude of reasons. But I do think it's fair. Before we try to move on.
Real quick.
I do think it's fair. I do think it's fair for us to look at ourselves in the mirror a little bit more sometimes to say, what are we doing a little bit more to help a little bit more? But the points y'all make are golden. Like you said, we can raise $10,000 right now with YGB. We can't sit there and say how it's going to be allocated though.
Right, there should be a way to donate, earmark the money. It should be. Yeah. This is my other question. This is my honest question to y'all though. To merge Shaw and Jackson State, if you know the coach is only making $35K and they deserve to make $400 at a Division I school, for how good they are, they deserve to make 10 times what they make. How much do I begrudge you if I donate $10,000 and you take $6?
I don't begrudge them.
I can't begrudge you because you're underpaid.
I don't begrudge you the money. The only thing I ever said about Deion, I said it last week about it. It's just the fact that, because I tied it to the Ted Ginn thing. All I said was, with all the arguments that we have, we always talk about people falling on the sword. Somebody's got to be the one to take the lead. Who's going to be our leaders? All these things or whatever. And I kind of tied it into the Ted Ginn thing. The only thing I don't Deion, go get the bread. I don't care. My thing was with the way he talked about stuff, and again, I have an affinity for HBCUs because of band stuff. I'm tied into it a lot more than a lot of people are. There has to be at some point somebody that's going to sit there and say, you know what, I'm staying here no matter what. I'm going to put this work in or whatever. The same way, like I said last week, I'm pretty sure Ted Ginn got some offers to go to a school somewhere, some white school, some private school, and be a coach. I'm pretty sure he probably has. But Ted Ginn, for him, has a calling in this hood, in this city, and at Glenville, and he's going to stay there and do it. And that's what he does, and it paid off in a state championship.
He also was allowed to see. We can't overlook this. And I'm not talking about legitimately giving somebody $6,000, right? What I'm saying is, with Ted Ginn, you want him to stay at Glenville, you better open up the pipeline to MAC schools, Ohio State, and other schools in the region to get first dibs on my really good players.
Right.
If you see my fingers. And I need to be allowed to open up my own academy in the city. There's no Kyle Academy at St. Ignatius that all the football players go to. Right. He's also not making $42,000 a year to stay at Glenville. They made it worth his while. You understand what I'm saying? They make it worth his while to stay. You understand what I'm saying?
That's Dale's right there. I don't have
it's a fact. No, what I'm saying, that's a 100%. He has Ginn Academy. It's like there's no Chuck Cowell Academy for St. Ignatius. There's no it don't work like that. So he's here. He's not doing this shit for charity. In
that sense,
you don't get paid nothing to run your own school.
In that sense, I don't think Ginn is hurting. I don't know where the money comes. Look, I told you I used to work with his wife at a job, and
I'm sure Ginn is doing okay.
Her car was nicer than other people's cars.
Yeah, I'm sure Mr. Ginn is doing okay.
And I hope that doesn't blow back up. Her car was nicer than other people's cars. She dressed a little nicer than other people in the office.
I'm sure.
And that's.
I'm pretty goddamn sure. We're gonna open up a Brainstorm Academy for youth.
Bam.
And STEM. See how your car go up.
Your girl gonna be in a new Benz. She gonna be in a new Benz.
Hey, I will welcome that experiment. Hey,
but I get it. I do want, like I said, I do want to see, and I never really even thought about it like y'all said, is even if we had, we raised $20,000, like where do we go next to make sure that it's invested back correctly back into the community?
You just said something. This was 2012. They reduced it. So in 2012, the East Cleveland Mayor made $40,000 a year. God, so you just said we're going to donate $20,000. That's half that man's salary.
Man's salary, right. God damn.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
Shit. Man, hell no.
And I say
I only got $20. You give me 10, nigga. Nah, I got 30.
I say
you got me fucked up.
By 2030, unless they combine Cleveland and East Cleveland,
which is going to happen.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. It's only a matter of time, and it's going to happen too because Cleveland Clinic expansion. Yeah, honestly, it's going. East Cleveland is going to no longer. As much as we talk about East Cleveland and we love it and we love
it's
Shaw.
Gonna be gone.
In about 5 to 10 years, there's going to be no Shaw High reunion weekend, all that stuff, whatever.
They're
going
to shut
to
that
be
shit
on.
down. Yeah, and it's already making its way down that road. But and I guess, like I said, that's just been some of the stuff that I've seen over the last few years, and I've seen people saying, "Oh, we investing into the community," but the investment isn't to build the community. The investment has been to make money off of it. Yeah. I will see this to.
But isn't
I don't know if I can say his name, but G off of with the shop off of Hayden. I've seen him do like good stuff, for the community. So shout out to him. But like I said, I just a lot of the other folks that I've seen that have come invest into this. It's always been we gonna get this part of land, but it's just to hold on to something when they come in.
But is that wrong for us to sit there and want?
It's not wrong
because the fact of the matter is The nigga Martin Luther King, he said it before he got killed.
Martin Luther King. That motherfucker MLK.
That nigga Martin Luther King said it.
He said it.
He said we're integrating into a burning house.
Yep. Yeah. Yep.
There's nothing. Listen, I
Check
know
that
it sounds.
last speech before he
Niggas
died.
jumped down my throat. There's nothing we can do about the downfall of East Cleveland. It's over. They started purchasing the land 25 years ago.
Yeah.
So we're not gonna be able to come in at the last minute with a couple fans and some metal chairs like, we want to save the city. It's over. Cleveland Clinic has moved in on this. It's we some niggas who got jobs. Like it's over.
So
Cleveland,
I'm sorry,
EC as
No.
we knew it is done.
What was the name of the Amazon? I don't know if it was off of Amazon, but it was about the black family who had moved into the white neighborhood. It was kind of a horror movie. Oh my God, it was a horror movie. And when they moved in, it was basically about gentrification.
I don't watch horror movies.
Okay, I'm gonna find. I gotta find it because I can't. It almost had that Jordan Peele feel to.
Was it that? Was it like Us or some shit like that? Or
But it wasn't Us. But it was. I thought it was off of Amazon. I'm waiting for hopefully somebody in the feed. But they really talked about how it was a plan of. Again, when they started to move those black folks into that community, they had an expectation that this would do something to that actual neighborhood, along with the amount of money that was in that neighborhood. And it's a ploy. Again, I'm gonna say it again. New Jim Crow laws. Read that motherfucking shit more than once, because it starts from way back, and every time that they think that let's try this, let's try new Jim Crow laws, let's try. Oh shit, I don't want to go down that because I do want people just to take a gander into it. It's a very intricate way that they always seem to make a better way of holding us back, and it builds and builds and builds. And I know when you think of new Jim Crow laws, that's way back in the early 1900s, but it's the book is about too much drinking, but at the same time the criminalization of blacks and mass incarceration. That's the one I really wanted to get to. And see how they put all of that together from the very beginning. And it keeps building and building. You can talk about the music. Why is our music that main source? And I don't want to get into Kanye because I won't. But just, again, black niggas, kill a nigga, this, that, and the other. Like,
he
it's
released a
crazy.
little snippet that was fire this week.
Huh?
Nothing.
No.
That snippet he released this week was fire.
Who? Gay?
Kanye. Ooh,
I ain't heard it.
But this is the messed up part, man. This is the part. This is why all of this shit is entertainment to me, because we all just kind of here to experience this shit till we ain't here no more. We just watch. We'll watch it happen everywhere else, but you was asking a couple minutes ago, like, would everybody see it? Everybody doesn't see it because we're not hyper aware when shit's happening around us. I just watched it on Wednesday morning with the fucking LA Rams and the San Francisco 49ers. You said they implemented shit to hold us back. They signed Baker Mayfield, the Rams did. They didn't need him, but they didn't want him to go to San Francisco. It ended up working out. But the question you got to ask yourself is, are these people who are wired to make decisions to push themselves forward going to have sympathy on us? They all in this shit for self at all times. The nice thing to do would have been, hey, the Niners have a better record. They lost 2 quarterbacks. They can go to the playoffs. Let them get Baker. This is a dog-eat-dog world, man. They jumped in and they paid this nigga down. I mean, they got him down. They can't really pay him next year unless they don't give a fuck. They just needed to block them niggas. Now it's not working out well because the Niners still pretty damn good. But that's just the mentality of like nobody. It was like, why the fuck did the Rams sign Baker? Just to stop the Niners from getting them. That's just what. That's the burning house we fucking integrated into. Are they trying to hold us back, or are they always trying to figure out how to win? I think they're always trying to figure out how to win and don't give a fuck who they sacrifice in the meantime.
I get that. All right.
Yeah, we getting sacrificed.
Yeah. All right.
I want the same mentality though.
What do we want to do before we get out of here? Because I want to ask a couple questions, but I feel like I'm not gonna say it's gonna be heavy, but I know you've been sipping too. But it's like you got to come back. Titan is a reservoir. Roar.
That's from Cantegra Negra.
Yeah. He's full of knowledge on a bunch of different things. I mean, that actually led into our conversation of what we've been doing up here anyway with a lot of different stuff too. So I mean, do we want to go with something light that just makes it a little funny real quick before we get out of here?
Light because we already been an hour 45.
Yeah. Let's get out of here real quick. Let's do something simple real quick. If you got something, you can throw it out there, but or whatever. But this could be simple. I don't know. I saw this online. We're all grown. We're dating, married, engaged, things like that, or whatever. I saw something online. When a woman marks her territory at your place, what does she leave behind?
Whew. Earrings, drawers, towels, shoes.
Yeah,
man.
Shoes would probably be the first.
Yeah, I guess so. Shoes
by the door.
To make sure that if somebody come in, they gonna see something. I saw a lot of people in that comment say hair, because you ain't
leaving no hair. In my house.
You don't see hair. I don't think they pulling hair out purposely.
That just happens to be left behind.
Yeah.
I think they purposely leave items.
Something that definitely, I would say, at least in my experience for myself, there's always been something in the bedroom that speaks that anybody would know that has nothing to do with Titan. It has to be, you have that female presence here enough to have this. And like I said, that's why I said like a girly robe or something to that degree, or some earrings or some jewelry or this, that, and the other. Because I don't even wear too much of that. But it was always something that was, this is a girl's thing. I had a girl leave like a whole old lady prep bag for like toothbrush, all this other shit, and it was super girly. It wasn't like somebody Titan just had this in there. It was definitely a like, motherfucker, why did you leave this here? Like
for me, it's always been some type of footwear, partially because I wear 15.
Yeah,
and the shoes sitting around like
who is size 2 at the
door. So it's noticeable.
This shit fit
them
big ass
heels by the door, and these little mini shoes next to them. Yeah, that's usually
whose child was here,
right? Yeah. Oh, damn.
All right, one last one. All right, I saw this on. You can have one thing for life. Out of all these things,
I saw that.
Flights, food, concert tickets,
I hate niggas.
Gas,
I hate
hotel
niggas.
rooms, or clothes and shoes.
It's fucking food.
Wait a minute, hold up.
We need food to live.
No, you said no.
I gotta go see Jay-Z whenever he is. These niggas was killing me in the comments.
Hold on. Okay.
Niggas be
It's
nigga
food,
because
food,
we
food
literally
is the
need
common
food
sense.
to live.
It's the common sense thing, but that shit is boring, man.
No,
it's boring.
but imagine what you could do if you never had to purchase a meal again ever. Whatever you wanted was just brought to you.
I'd be a fat dead motherfucker after a while.
Yeah, because we're going to eat all the time. We are gluttonous people in this country. Dev, we gluttonous people in this country.
I can't. Give me.
You're not about to talk against rationale for me.
Can you hit the list? Can you hit the list again? Hit the list again, because I didn't hear it.
It's nigga shit, food, nigga shit.
I know, real. All right, bro. It's flights,
food,
concert tickets,
nigga shit,
gas.
Stop. This nigga just said flights and concert tickets, and there's a nigga somewhere in Kansas like,
I'm one of them, man. No. It's not even in Kansas. It's right in front of you. Because I'm thinking, like, I really like music. Come on, man.
And that's the other side. So 3 more: gas, hotel rooms, and clothes and shoes. I mean, for me, I honestly would probably say flights. I just want to be able to go somewhere. If I can go somewhere,
how much money you spend a month on food?
A lot. Nigga,
buy a plane ticket, nigga.
But that's a necessity.
I got a teenager at home right now, nigga. Yeah. It's a lot. It's a lot on food.
Exactly.
It's a lot.
Exactly.
But if I can hop on a plane and go somewhere at some point,
at any time,
for me, it's
but you could with the money, and then once you get there, you ain't gotta buy no food.
But think about it. So but again, with the food, you. Again, I don't know why I'm taking this so personal, but for real, for the food, I can understand. Like, say if
I was getting so mad during the week. I saw this fucking post.
Even with the food, I could spend $5,000 every week on the greatest food or whatever. But yeah, for the flights, if I can go anywhere at any fucking time.
Where you want to go? Where you want to go?
I want to go to Japan, and then after I go to Japan, I'm going to Africa. Then I'm going to I'm going everywhere. For some reason, I'm looking at it from the monetary aspect of how much would I spend on food.
You know what? They're about to look up the price of a flight.
I know he is.
I promise you, that's what he's doing.
How much it cost? $304.
That's bullshit. You find Spirit on under the plane.
That's just one day.
Under the plane.
Let's talk about the next day and
when
the next day.
When you get there, you still got to buy food.
Right, but at the same time, I still got the money.
But you got to
You're still talking about.
Man. Come on.
Again, what you done bought? What's that Wagyu steak or whatever? I don't even know how you spell it.
The Wagyu?
But yeah, that steak you done bought that, and then you ate it, then it's over with.
Yeah.
Again, can you continue living off the food that you eat on a day-to-day basis right now? You know that. I ain't been on these flights. I ain't been to these areas. I ain't been to some of these concerts.
Watch me nigga it up. Watch me get niggas back on my side.
Here we go. I don't even want to say nothing else. I'm
going to take the food I buy, and I'm going to start a Dev-style B&M restaurant.
See, you cheating. Hold on.
I'm making discretionary income.
I went to B&M last night, so I can't say nothing.
I'm between, and I know this sound ignorant as fuck. I'm gonna be this nigga. I'm definitely on flights.
Oh my God.
I am. I'm definitely on flights.
Yes. I expected more from you.
And it's gonna get worse. It's about to get worse. It's about to get worse.
It better not be
concert ticket.
It's gonna be concerts, nigga. You don't understand.
She said concerts.
Yeah, you don't understand me, bro. That's
music
I will
is your
fucking
life.
travel for concerts, man. Music is my life.
Okay, I got you. What I'm saying is, if y'all never had to buy food again, you could afford whatever flight and concert ticket you wanted.
Come on, you old civilized ass nigga. This nigga. Come on.
But I can also, just like you said, I can get first row. I can get first row Jill Scott concerts tickets, and them bitches was like $700.
I went and looked. I said I don't never want to see Jilly from Philly.
That shit blew me to the side. But
I'm like, give me cheapest niggas. Like
I think it was like $7 for the front row.
It was $350 for general admission.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm gonna take April 1st, that concert?
I said I'm gonna take a long walk around the park after dark, bitch. I'm not going to this concert.
By yourself.
I thought Jill Scott was about to say, hey, I want... Yeah, I thought she was going to be like, look, I want to sing.
Jilly from Philly better be, let me shut up. She better be sucking that mic. Like
man, right. And I'll be right there like, me next.
Like,
that shit, that blew me.
Is it really that much?
It's on my birthday. And I said,
yeah, April 1st.
For, what is it, the Northfield spot, for the three back areas, you spending at least $170.
I said,
no, that's one ticket.
Oh, yeah, it was $165. That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
And I looked it up. Because my girl, she ain't never seen Jill, and I'm like, I'm questioning her. Yeah, look, I was questioning.
You ain't gonna see her in April.
It's so bad. It's her birthday that day, and that's why I'm thinking about it. Like,
you gotta do it, man.
Hey, but if you ain't had to buy no food,
I've been there.
Here you go.
But if you ain't had to buy no food, you could afford it.
Over the next month, like, baby, this ain't shit.
But so isn't this? We ask real quick. Isn't it an experience that you can pay for? I mean, because like the residencies in Vegas or whatever, they say that Usher. I be seeing videos of the Usher.
I did want to go to that. I need
want to
that.
pay for it, and I want to go to.
Yeah, they Lee and them going in sometime, February something. They're going sometime. But
so I mean, is it worth? Is there an experience you'll pay for other than that? Other than food? I mean, you say.
I don't know if there's. I'm trying to think of an experience I would pay for.
You need a full 80.
Even if the Browns to the Super Bowl, I would want to watch it at home.
Yeah, I'll never pay for a Super Bowl.
He need a full 90s R&B, full laid out experience, especially for him. The day before the Browns Super Bowl.
Yeah.
That's right there. He got all of it right there.
They've got to run the board.
Right. He got all of it right there.
Yeah. What would I pay for?
An experience. Yeah.
An experience I would pay for. This is gonna be completely hypocritical. I would pay for I want to go to South Africa. I want to go to Bali.
I want to fly to South Africa and hug a lion. Right. So this is gonna be on Super Bowl, man.
Oh man, but yeah, no, that's
okay.
Yeah, but they going. I guess what? I guess they trying to go to see Beyonce in New Orleans or something too, and I'm like, before she can even say it, like, you don't got. I know y'all can go to the concert. I'm not a big, huge concert person. Like I don't.
Okay, so I'm different.
Yeah, I'm not big on concerts.
If it's somebody I
I've
really
got a
wanna
chance to see everybody I want to see in concert, so I'm good.
Yeah, I mean, there's still some people I would want to see. I mean,
Stevie is my
I hate
last
I missed
one.
the Mary J. Blige, but I've seen Luther
Ooh, Lord Jesus.
and I've seen Prince in life.
Yeah, I know it's gonna sound.
You saw
I know it's
Prince?
fucked
I saw
up.
Prince.
God damn, I hate
It's
you.
fucked up. I know, but I've never heard somebody sing that good in person. R. Kelly at the Convocation Center was unbelievable. Unbelievable. I saw R. Kelly in person, Bone Thugs in person, the last show at Peabody's, and I saw Marsha Ambrosius at Northfield.
I was
and that's
there.
about
I was
it.
there. Yeah, I was there.
Oh, for real? Yeah, that's
Marsha,
about it.
Marsha was some. That shit kind of threw me off. Like, God damn, wait a minute, ears. Man. But
Yeah.
I will say, mine was Luther at. I can't remember where. Shit, this was
CSU.
years ago.
I saw
But this
Luther at
nigga had a
CSU.
pink suit, a pink tuxedo on, and it was flame. Again, I knew he was flaming, but I didn't know he was flaming.
Who was
but Luther. I ain't have Luther. I had Lufa, and his voice
Luther is
amazing. Yeah,
Bruh.
that threw me.
I'm telling you,
off.
R. Kelly ain't that far.
was. We should say was.
R.
amazing.
Kelly ain't that far, man. R. Kelly in person, he cut the music.
Oh, he killed his shit.
I said this just sound like a CD, man. It was. I've never heard anything sound like that in my life. But
Yeah.
I could only imagine. Luther to me is my favorite voice of all time.
I got to see Purple Rain in person.
Yeah, I hate you.
Bruh.
I hate you. So the one thing that I would say, again, R. Kelly was probably one of the best concerts that I went to. What I don't like about him is that he wasn't playing instruments, and that's
no, he
something that's
wasn't.
very dear to me. So
See, it teaches on because I'm an ear person. I like it. I need it to sonically sound
the
a certain
same,
way. Yeah.
like so you remember the
It's why
album or
Bones
whatever.
concert wasn't what. It was cool. It was cool, but Bones was the least sonically pleasing concert because it just was. I don't know.
What one of the
You were just a big ass fan.
Yeah, and I got a chance to see Bone live.
One of the things, and like I said, I'm the same way. One of the things that I remember that still sticks to me this day, and I wish recording, pulling your phones out back in the day used to be like it was. I remember when before music was like music. This old child, he was down at the Odeon, and he had a remix to one of his songs that he never like recorded, and it was just like, you know how you just like
Sonically,
engage
like that shit,
yeah,
yeah.
just like, oh shit, like shut up, bitch. Oh, do you hear this shit?
Yeah.
And I never heard it again, never played it, and it was Mary. And it wasn't Mary was one of my favorite songs, but he remixed. Oh man,
And you know
I'll
what's
never
crazy?
forget that.
I think the problem, and this is all around the same run that I got to see these. I think the Bone. I can't remember when Peabody's was. This is all within the same like 2-3 year range. And I remember, I can't remember. This towards the beginning it had to be, but I've yet to go to a better concert because I went and saw this nigga twice, and the first one was better, and it was free. The fucking Obama Jay-Z concert at the Q was the best concert I've ever been to in my life, nigga, and it was free.
Yep,
I have
felt guilty
never.
on that shit.
I
Yep.
went to go see him again after that, and I'm like, nigga, this was worse than the free one.
Yep.
His free concert for Obama was one
I was
of
living
the
in
best
South Carolina,
concerts
yeah,
ever.
Yeah. And I've seen JC like 3-4 times. Yeah.
Dog, you went to that one?
No, I wasn't here.
I
Oh,
was there.
man.
I was there.
Man, that shit was fire.
You
The
seen-
back to everything about it was it was hard.
Yeah.
Have you seen Erica yet?
Badu? No.
That's somebody I pay to see.
You do it. Especially, I know y'all. Well, I've heard a couple conversations with folks. I ain't gonna say who have done edibles. You make sure you do that shit when you go to that shit. It's phenomenal. Masego, or Masego, however you pronounce it. He's supposed to be coming up.
That's the guy that
Masego?
did the Yam song.
Yeah.
Oh,
He
only
music.
person I would want to see live is Toby Wigway. That might be the only person I would want to see live.
I went to go see him at House
You
of
did?
Blues. I
wanna
enjoyed
see
it.
him. I wanna see him
Yeah, I
now.
enjoyed it. But you have, I think you have to know his music to
Yeah,
a degree.
yeah.
Because if you don't I think one of the best rap concerts that I've been through over the last couple of years was Big Crit. I'm a huge Big Crit fan, and he got that energy. But again, it's one, I know his music, so I'm, when people are like, I don't know the song, I'm up in there. So no, but yeah, that's why I said I was like the nigga shit, the flights and when it comes to concerts, like that's something I travel for. That's why I will go to.
Yeah,
and
I've seen you
Stevie
be out
is
of
my
town and
last
stuff.
one that I gotta
Wonder?
go to. Yeah, I
Yeah,
gotta go
I
to.
can see that.
Niggers,
I can
man.
see that. I can see
Oh,
that.
one last thing. Speaking of niggers, have you? Let me know if y'all seen it. Have anybody else in here seen Emancipation?
I have
Not yet.
Okay, all right.
I don't have Apple. I don't even know how to get
Well,
to
I got
Apple
regular
TV.
Apple, but it's a difference between Apple and then the Apple Plus to get the movies and stuff.
I don't
So
know.
I do
know
have
how-
Apple TV.
My only vice in life. I don't do a lot of shit. Don't smoke, drink a lot. But nigga, I have every streaming service on earth.
Mm-hmm.
Paramount Plus, Peacock, Apple Plus, all of them. Every single one of them. All right, well, I'll hold off convo.
Was it okay?
Did you enjoy it?
I have not seen a slave movie since Django.
He said it wasn't technically a
It
slave
was.
movie. That's what he was saying. He was on all the smoke. It was a good
It
interview.
was. And
That's a topic.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't want to get too far off into it, especially to niggas that seen it. It was the most slave of slave movies. That's what I didn't
Ooh.
It
understand.
wasn't empowering to you at all.
Well, even
huh?
but 12 years a slave, even
It was
all of them.
You got to watch it and give me your opinion because I want to talk about some of the shit because it was raw and it was kind of dope. But god damn it, they just what my problem was? I watched it through tinted glasses, thinking that these people forced him to forced him to do it, or he was in this mind frame.
That movie was done.
I know he was in this mind frame of like shooting the movie or in the process of wrapping it up when that happened. And I could see him doing that movie, being in that mind frame and not taking no shit. But I also, because I can see it real quick, because I can see that should let you know just how much of a slave he was.
And this was his only movie as a slave, correct? Mm-hmm. I know. I'm asking. I think so. That's what I was trying to. I swear. I just brought this up the other day because we was trying to find a movie last night and just going through stuff. I like to watch the YouTube trailers for movies coming up, and that came up, and I'm like, I don't know if I've ever seen him in an actual slave movie.
No,
He's never done that before.
but yeah, it was
Made me
slavey
watch
as fuck.
So how do you watch Apple TV?
You just download the app like you would Hulu.
It's like $5.99 a month.
You
Oh
log in.
goddamn! Wait a minute! Whoa!
Apple TV. They got
$5.99.
stuff
Apple
on
TV.
there.
Like mine is all incorporated in one. So because my daughter takes so many damn pictures, I got like Apple One, which is like the extra gigabytes for
Yeah,
memory.
I think I got that too. Yeah,
I got
it's
Apple
confusing.
Music,
It's
Apple Music,
confusing,
and Apple
yeah.
TV Plus all wrapped up
It's
into one for like
confusing.
$19.
Oh,
Yeah,
see,
I
mine
might-
ain't that, but I know I got Apple TV and stuff.
So I got Apple TV, I got Apple Music, and I got the
And I can put that on my
memory.
Samsung TV.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
I
watch
watch
it on TV. Yeah,
Okay, I might.
I watched it on my I got a Roku TV.
I watched the morning show. I think that's on Apple TV.
Morning show good as hell, man.
We never finished that second season. We got to get back.
Oh
to
man,
that.
morning show is one of the
Morning
best
is a
shows
dope-ass
ever,
show.
man.
It's a dope show.
Oh,
It's
the
on Apple
morning show
TV.
is so fucking good,
It's on
man.
Apple TV. It's almost. It takes that thing of like the Lauer stuff, the Matt Lauer stuff that happened with NBC and stuff like
Yep.
that. It almost takes that, but makes a show out of it. It's a
It's-
dope
And you say it's on
show.
what?
On Apple
It's
TV. Apple
See,
TV
I've never watched it.
has superb fucking content that I don't think a lot of black people.
I gotta check it
It's
out.
another app, and people ain't gonna really get
Oh
into it.
man, the morning show was so
that-
damn good.
That just
man.
mean like I got my 2 weeks off real soon, so that
Binge
I
something.
download that
I'm about
bad
to
boy
watch
and watch
19
everything.
I'm about to watch 1932. I'm gonna start the first episode tonight before I go to sleep.
Is that the intro
Yellowstone?
into Yellowstone?
Yeah.
I want to get into Yellowstone
'Cause
because
it's
everybody's
Harrison
talking.
Ford.
Everybody keeps talking about how
Everybody
good
keep
Yellowstone
talking
is.
about that Yellowstone.
Yeah, so I'm gonna watch 1932, then I'm gonna watch
And
Yellowstone.
then you're gonna watch Yellowstone. Oh, okay.
And I still can't remember the name of that damn movie, but I'm gonna find it and I'll share it with y'all.
Okay.
That was talking about that gentrification and when the black folks moved into the white neighborhood and they was acting.
Was it from Hebrews to Negroes? No.
Nah,
And on that point,
absolutely not, because
that
I have a job to go to on Monday. Absolutely not, folks. I don't believe in it.
I did not watch the movie. I
Right.
do not condone.
Nor did I post it.
yes, we showed
Shit.
the not. We showed the not. All right, on that point, we will go ahead and get out of here because we had 2 hours. And I feel like we could honestly give a good 30 more minutes or so. But anyway, we'll get out of here. Thank you, Titan, for coming up here and sitting
Yes,
down
sir.
with us.
Always,
The
anytime.
most
Hey,
featured.
shout out to Playboy, man.
Shout out to Playboy.
He's
Shout
dealing
out
with
to
some family
Playboy.
stuff.
Yeah, he sure is.
He out of town, so he'll be back.
He'll be back. Ulysses, I DJ for her yesterday.
Well, shit, we probably all won't be together again till.
Well, no, I may be back next Sunday. It's like it depends on what time we leave. Because she asked me today if I want to be back for it, and it's like I kind of, in a sense, do because that might be the only time we'll be back before the holidays, and who knows when we'll do a show.
Till New Year's
so
Day,
I may be back next week, but if not, it'll be just the three of y'all. But it's a good chance I may be here. Thank you, Titan, for pulling up. I'm going to save the most featured. It's so funny. You are the most featured guest on DMST. Second is MTV.
Screw you, MTV.
And third is in the feed because Jerry's been in the feed. So third is in the feed. So,
well,
so all three
Miss
are kind of
Jerry.
connected right now.
If y'all ever want to bring her in here when I'm here, I'm ready. I'm ready for the
That's
smoke.
going to be a special episode.
Jerry don't want the live smoke.
Yeah,
She like to be in the background.
You said that 100 times before, Dev. You know, it's been a
She's
time.
scared.
It's been a time she's been in the building.
It's okay.
In the building, and she ain't took the elevator up the stairs.
Hey, it's different.
It's different.
Literally and figuratively.
All right, but shout out to you two also for bringing this tequila.
Always, man.
Cantera Negra.
Whatever. We took our time to try to figure out. I'm like, I want to get them something different because that's what I can't give her. I ain't gonna say her government, but the lady picked that one
shout out
out
to her for doing that.
Yeah, so I always try to bring something different to celebrate.
You always do. You never come empty-handed. So appreciate that. So we'll get out of here. Give all the people their info. One last thing real quick is we got to have you back to talk about some of the financial stuff we were talking about even pre-show. People are waiting for it, and I always give a preface that you're not an expert. You know, you don't act like you're an expert, but you give very good, just basic common knowledge about how things should go. We've had conversations, and it's made a lot of sense to me, and people be wanting to hear that. So we do have to have you back for talking about that.
Yeah.
But
anytime y'all, like I said, the one thing that I always say, the best disclaimer that I have with that is, all it is money is just a different language. So you need to put yourself around it and in front of it to talk about it more and more often, because that's when it starts to become easier to understand. So that's the easiest way that I ever say it. You'll never be an expert the same way you can be with the English language. You'll never be an expert. The more and more that you're around it, the more and more that you learn it, the better you become at it.
Okay.
And these white folks is getting good.
All right. So give the people what you want to give them as far as where they can find you. If not, just say your goodbye.
My Instagram is Dizzy725, whatever how all that goes to, along with Ryan BE for my Facebook. I don't give my whole government, but I don't want to say you know me like you know me and all that other stuff. I don't have no disclaimers, but hit me up when you want to holler, and I'm trying to do business with all black folks, and whatever we can move forward. Let's keep pushing the pendulum. Let's go.
I'm trying to do business with black folks too, but according to Dev, they gonna show up late to my wedding. So
Yeah, they get you a purebred white.
Hey, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, man.
all right,
Good old Christian American. Anyway,
Dev, you know what's the hardest thing too? Trying to find an officiant. But anyway, but Dev, give them all your shit.
It's Dev, man. Trying to spread love in a world full of hate. First of all, Tuesday, tune in, man. I'll be up here doing For Love Is Only. Probably around 8, 9 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? So I'll put the flyer out Tuesday morning, afternoon. But tune in, man.
It was fun.
With me a little bit. You know what I mean? Probably go with a lot of new R&B, new age R&B.
I might need to pull up for that because you was talking about the new R&B and stuff like that. Yeah,
I'm gonna probably play a lot of new R&B. So tune in and kick it. We have some fun. We talk, listen to music, man. Have fun. So tune in Tuesday around 9 o'clock, man. For Love Is Only. But yeah, trying to spread love in a world full of hate. Love y'all. If you don't let me back to school, my mama do, like my pops always say, do what needs to be done. What needs to be done, whether you like it or not. It's the Real Big Dev 216 everywhere, man.
Everywhere. All right, man. Shout out to Ulysses and Playboy. Not here, but they'll be back next week. Again, shout out to Ulysses' family, DJing her thing last night. It was dope. Her family is a turn up family, and they also enjoy. It's a beautiful thing when you can just DJ and it's just like no bothers and they like the music. It's a good thing when you play songs and people just want to dance and have a good time. I mean, even if they was asking for R&B and stuff like that, I'm looking like, if y'all like R&B, y'all need to come to this little thing we do called Pod and R&B because that shit is dope. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to them. They'll be back next week. And then next week's show.
Real quick, we'll talk.
Go ahead.
We pie and R&B. I think we'll talk about it.
Yeah. And then next week's show, again, we won't do Christmas Day. We haven't decided on New Year's yet. So we know that once next week's show hit, we'll at least definitely
probably do New Year's Day, not Christmas Day, though.
Yeah, definitely not Christmas Day. Yeah. But so we hope to see y'all, in the feed over these next couple of weeks. So DMST16@yahoo.com. Questions, comments, concern, feedback, all that good shit. Anything y'all want us to hit on the show, some feedback or whatever. That's what we do here. Again, Titan, thank you for pulling up and being this third person today. It may be cloudy today, but the sun will come out tomorrow. So as long as you are here under the sun, live your life to the best of your motherfucking ability. I am DJ Brainstorm for you on all social media. That is DJ Brainstorm, the number 4, the letter.
You.
I remember that. I knew that.
Better get food as opposed to some goddamn niggas, man.
Why you getting your
go to
tacos?
Cancun.
Why you getting your free tacos?
you
I'm on
hungry
a
and still on the
flight to Puerto Rico to get real tacos.
Yeah.
I had to pay for them though.
Yo, the best Mexican I've ever had has been actually in Mexico, to be honest.
Mine was in California. I'm not gonna lie. Well, which technically parts of LA is Mexico. I don't know if you ever been there, but you got to Pomona where my grandfather lived, and that was West Hop Homes, like that shit was. It was essays in Pomona. Nigga. Like my bad, I know we wrapping up. It was like I'm out in Pomona in '94. That's the first time I went out there. That was like essays with the button-up flannels. Like it was. What's up, Holmes? Like it was legit, bro.
Oh,
Yeah.
The fucking the lunch lady.
I was going to say, right.
It was real out there. Anyway.
All right, yo, we out here. We'll see y'all next Sunday, y'all. Peace, y'all.
Peace.
Deuces.